Bum 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 I almost threw up in my own mouth. Oh Jesus. Okay. Ah. Oh, fruits. Oh my God, you are my savior sometimes. Oh God. Ah. I'm really glad I'm one of those few people. I'm really glad I'm one of those people that love the fuck out of fruit. God, I'm really glad I can swap that out as like for sweets because fruits are delicious and sweet and just amazing. It is absolutely insane how sweet fruit is, and I like absolutely love the hell out of fruit because of that. Honestly, you want to have like, you want something sweet, it's like you don't even need baked goods. Ice cream, what's that? I have freaking apples, right? It's like baked go like a donut? Nah. I have like oranges and shit, bro. Like fucking fruits are like the best thing. Like or like it it's awesome because we don't even need the other shitty sweets because fruit just is that sweet, right? It is that sweet thing that you can eat sometimes. Oh, hold on, Jazzle messaged me. Uh, 1 second. Hold on, 1 sec. Hold on, 1 sec. Sorry, I have a friend that's. Hold on. Okay, hold up. All right. Hold on. Let me put on the Texas Beach. Okay. All right. I love fruit. Who? No, yeah, I mean, shoot, man. Well, that's the thing is like fruit is just that's a beautiful thing about it, right? Like you eat it's like usually with sweets you don't necessarily need them because fruits like or it's not necessarily like any different type of flavor, right? Like you could eat fruits and be like, you could eat fruits and be like, "Oh yes, I want to." I say you'll be like, "Yes, this is basically just as satisfying, if not if not more satisfying." That's I say it or like, or like more satisfying
Raspberry in Undertale is between 50 and a couple centuries old.
than like regular sweets, right? Than baked goods, right?
Sweet things like candy hurt my teeth.
Sweet things like yeah, exactly. That's also another thing too, right? Like most sweets in general, like ice cream and like, ice cream and freaking like donuts and like, you know, most baked goods, right?
Yeah,
Typically,
but it's rude to eat gay people.
it's rude to eat gay people. Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, you shouldn't be eating gay people. Gosh, how dare.
Fruits.
I don't admit it. What's up? It's haha. Ba-doom ching. Anyway, I thought you meant the rain. I thought you meant Skittles, not necessarily.
Cola.
Not.
Sugar is bad for you.
You're right. Regular
have a
sugar
question.
is, but not natural sugars. Not natural sugars. Natural sugars are amazing for you. I mean, they're not amazing, but they're better than other things, right? Like, here's the difference. Like I said, it's better than eating a baked good, right? Like, eating baked goods, like, usually are not the
Fun fact,
best.
your cells need sugar.
Cells need sugar, yes, but there's bad sugars and good sugars, just like there's good
Also, what is this
vitamins
stream
and bad.
exactly about?
What do you mean? What is it about?
I don't even have fruit in my house, RN. I'm dying cause I really want an orange.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, well, fruits don't last that long. That's also the reason why you also have to, like, you have to constantly restock fruits very often, because you have, like, a whole bag of apples, and you gotta be like, well, it's like, oh, I'll eat one every day. I'll eat probably, like, a couple a day, right? And then all of a sudden, it's gone. Or what happens is it just goes bad really fast, and you're like, man, now I'm gonna have to go buy more fruit. It sucks ass, right? Like, sweets
And your
are...
brain sees things like food like cake, which is sugar dense, and immediately stores it just in case that there's no food the next day.
Yeah. Well, that's the weirdest thing, right? Like, sweets are the easiest thing to, like, are the easiest thing to avoid, right? The thing that sucks to avoid is things with, like, insane salt in it, right? Like chips, right? Chips are so
Like can
fucking...
anyone's OCS be in it?
Chips are... Can anyone's OC be in it? Yes. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So, if you are new here, Icarus, I didn't know if you were... I thought you were somebody else that, I thought you were someone else that was normally in here previously. So,
Fun
so...
fact, you will die without sugar, and forcing yourself to avoid unhealthy sugar will also probably stress you out. Everything in moderation, everyone is different, eat whatever you feel you need to eat. Also, I really want to try red dragon fruit, but it's like $8 per fruit. Not per pound.
That is true. So there was so before we even I guess get in on it, because I thought I've seen you before, but I guess not. So this is a project called Corny Father, or Horny Daddy. I guess I could say it because, like, I just can't type it. And it is a project. So I took regular, like, I took like popular pop songs, right? From like hold on, let me explain it first, everyone. Horny daddy, yeah, horny daddy, yeah. Anyway, so I took some pop songs, like popular pop songs, right? And I took the lyrics of those songs and put it into what do you call it? And put it into a Google Doc, right? And then I had my chat modify the lyrics, and I had them modify the lyrics. They're trying to sabotage me talking right now and distract me. I had them modify the lyrics and turn it into a how you say, and like mess with the lyrics, right? And then I put it into a robot, and the robot basically turned it into like whatever, right? And then I took the song, but all of like a lot of them were pretty funny, but the funniest one, like the most funny one we had, was a song that used Hallelujah, and they took the song Hallelujah, the lyrics from Hallelujah, and turned it into Horny Daddy. So, and that shit was so funny that I decided that I want to make it into an animatic. What were the pop songs? I don't think I was there. I know Fireflies was one of them. I think there was a little Nas song in there. There was, what else was there? There was, God, I don't remember. Like a Taylor Swift song. There was like freaking an Adele song for some odd reason. We had a lot of like, it was like very, A lot of them were like mostly trashy music, not all of them, but some of them, they were like really popular songs, right? Pop songs, right? That's what they were. But I try to take like I took pretty good ones though as well. I believe you in color catch. Nah, I can't catch. I don't have any arms right now. You know, how do you go from Hallelujah to that? I don't know. Ask the Twitch chat. They're the ones that did it. They're the ones that somehow did that shit. It was really fucking funny. Yeah, they're the ones that ended up how do you say it? Yeah, they're the ones that changed that, right? Like
through a process called Just Cause.
Through a process called Just Cause. Yeah, exactly. They literally just did whatever they wanted. Like I just let them do whatever. And I don't know how the hell it ended up so funny. I mean, it's very chaotic, and it's not like it makes that much sense. It's not that much, right? It's not that much, like, what do you call it? It's about what you expect, right? Like, it's definitely just, like, you gave a monkey a keyboard, and, like, and they just started typing shit. It's like, I was very surprised. It was really chaotic, but it was super funny. I'm just kind of glad it wasn't just, like, the entire fucking time. Like, surprisingly, everybody coordinated pretty well.
To an advanced/gifted school. I don't know why they just canyon put me in AP classes, but I don't know. Catch.
Interesting. I don't know. Good question. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. They've been okay, hold on, let me I don't know why they just canyon put it's because you're intelligent, that's why. If you're intelligent, they'll put you in smart classes for smart people. Oh. Wait, what? Hold on. I might have
I'm going to throw another rock. Catch it. Happy face. I believe in you. Ad.
Nah. Ah! No, not the ad. No! My enemy. E. No. Is my enemy. E. I can't even do that fucking thing. It goes E. I don't know. And go E. Nah. EA Sports. It's in the game. Hold on. See if I can get it right. EA Sports. It's in the game. No, I can't do it. Sport. Yeah, I can't do it.
No.
Come on.
My aim's so good.
Hold on. Let me try this again. Hold on. EA. No. E. Nah, my throat's too dry. E. Nah, I can't do it anymore, I don't think. No, I'm kidding. Anyway. No. Damn it.
I'm clipping that.
Damn it. A. No, I can't do it anymore. What the fuck? So
good at aiming.
Fuck. So good at aiming. A. Nah, I can't do it right now. I don't know why. EA Sports. Nah, I can't do it anymore. Weird. My throat can't go that low anymore. I used to be able to do it. I don't know what the hell happened. Motherfucker. Oh my god.
You need an E-counter now cause you just said it like 23 times.
I know, I can't say. I was trying to do it like...
Maybe you have brain damage from all the rocks I've been throwing at you.
Maybe. I don't know. My throat just can't do it right now. I don't know why. EA Sports. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. Weird. I usually could do it a little better, but I can't do the specific E. No, I can't hit it. It won't let me hit it. My throat's restricting me from doing it now. It's so weird.
Entratians and darts.
I am getting older. I'm starting to feel it, so maybe my voice just won't start doing it anymore. I have no idea. Anyway, nah, I can't do it. Odd. I don't know. I usually do it before, but no, not this time. All right, anyway. All right. So I wanted to kind of take a look at I don't know if this movie is English, speaks English or has English in it or not. I have never seen it before, but I wanted to look at a very apparently well beloved movie that apparently won an award back then. That's a lot of characters. Yes, it is. It's called Persepolis. I have never seen it before. I have no idea if I'm assuming if they don't, I don't know if they speak in it at all, but if they do, I'm gonna have a freaking hard time with it. So, fair warning, I will have no idea what, fair warning, if they start speaking French, I'll just move to something else. I just wanted to see what this movie was because I had a friend talk about it. It could be...
You should watch Hundreds of Beavers next. LOL, how do I get in?
Hundreds of Beavers? How do you get in? Oh, you have to put it in...
It's a comedy movie.
You have to put it in, what do you call it? You have to put it in, submit videos to watch on my Discord. Or not videos, sorry, not submit videos to watch. Color draw disc. In, sorry, for me to draw it, right?
Discord.
Yeah, I can send you the Discord. Basically, you put your character in color draw disc hashtag. You put that in the Discord, and it will how do you say it? Or you put your OC in the Discord, and I'll draw them in here. So, and you've been here before, Paseki.
LMAO.
Here, let me
Link.
Zelda. Anyway, alright.
Your Gratuitous is 7 feet 78 5R7XR.
Okay, please don't spam. Please do not spam. Not with as many people as we have in here. It's a comedy movie. Is it really? Oh, Hundreds of Beavers is a comedy movie. Okay. We'll see. If they start speaking French.
OMG, I didn't know that was considered spamming.
What do you call it? How'd you say it? If they start speaking French, then I'll just I'll move to Hundreds of Beavers. How about that?
Range you have to be to join Discord?
No. Not that I know of. I don't think so. Is there?
The Discord server.
Oh, no.
I can translate it if I have French.
You have to be TV14. Is a TV14 server. So, is a TV14 server. So, like I said, TV14, anything 14 or above, right? You have to be 14 or above for that shit.
I can't spell.
Yeah, I thought you meant Discord in general. I have no idea. Does Discord require an ID thing now? I actually am not sure. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to see. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. I have to see if they're actually going to enforce it now.
I think I'm good then.
Mm-hmm.
Discord is 13 plus, but no 8D isn't required.
Okay, good. Because I'm I know the whole weird ID thing exists, so I'm please tell me that I didn't do with Discord.
Just got in. Thanks.
United Kingdom and Australia. Motherfucker. Okay. So unless you're in the UK or Australia, I guess, apparently. God damn it. I was really hoping that was not the case, but of course it is. God, dude. Why? You also have to grab the meteorologist role from the roles tab, from add roles tab as well. The reason why the server looks so confusing is because, that's on purpose. So, it's just to make sure people can't just, immediately, jump in and start, fucking with shit. So, fair warning. Because I don't want, somebody jumping in and not knowing how to do anything. So, it looks messy, but that's just to make sure, it's just me. So, I do need to add some moderators, but I don't know any moderators that I really trust at all. Like, I don't know anybody I really trust yet with this kind of thing. So, unfortunately, I know I'll have to sometimes take a shot in the dark, but like, I really, really want to be careful. So, I want people to have it be like as, you know, regular as possible, regular as possible. Because I'm like, the only thing I really want people to ban people for is like if spam happens, right? Or if some big like issue comes in, right? You know, because there's specific channels for specific things, right? And like, you know,
Would Burb be one in the future?
I do want you to be one, Omsk. I don't know. Like I said, because you have to do a lot of things. Like I said, I mean, you'd have to be a person that you'd have to like I said, if something bad, if people like, you know, do stuff in the wrong chat, and then if people like, which, you know, is
I'm gonna send
not
a OC in
common,
to draw this
but
channel.
yeah, it's color draw dis. I made it as that. So, actually, let me give information on this. Hold
I want
on.
to get the meteorologist role. I don't know where it is.
Meteorologist role? Oh, it's in the roles tab. Add
Roles.
roles. Hold on, I can give it to you real quick. Because the meteorologist role, yeah, okay. Yeah, it notifies you if I like first streaming. Because I don't like doing it to people that like, I don't like doing the stupid at everyone thing when fucking,
It just wasn't labeled.
because streamers love doing that shit, so. Streamers just love doing that shit where where they add the entire fucking server. And I'm like, bro, people are doing shit. Like, you know, like it's really, really annoying how every time sometimes people stream, they add to everybody in the fucking server, and it's really damn annoying. Or not. They used to do it all the time. I guess not. I guess I don't do it anymore. They used to.
Wait, why did I even get it? I have Twitch notifications on.
I mean, probably
Why can't be
both
mod
is
again?
fine. Why can't be mod again? What do you mean?
Burb forgot.
No, it's just what do I call it? I probably could, but like I said, I mean, it also would be if you're willing to, like, you know, like I said, you have to make sure people are putting stuff in the right chat and then notifying people that stuff is not in the right chat if they're doing that, right? But then also at the same time, like if some spammer or like some fucking crazy person like jumps in the chat and is being a dipshit, then yeah, you would have to like ban them off, right? So I don't know. So far, no
Burb can do
chaos has
that.
happened,
Burb can do
but
much at school.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess that's not that big of a deal, but you know, I need someone that's like a morning person, somebody that's an afternoon person, and someone that's a night person, right? So, and that's kind of where the issue lies. I need to figure out
I'm
like,
tired, so I'm not gonna sleep.
that's 1,000% fair. Yeah, I don't
I'm
know,
an
man.
J person.
Night person, yeah, me too. But
I'm afternoon and night, sometimes.
that's the thing is, because I already look at the server from like 10 a.m. to like 10 a.m. to like 3 p.m. And then because I
Lag
work at
spike.
3 p.m. and then I go from you know, like 10 p.m. to or like 9 or 10 p.m. to like 3 a.m. So, and I would at least need people in between that, right? And to be honest, anything
Won't
like,
always be active. I live in O.
well, I know, you know, won't always be active. Well, I know it's not people I need to be always active. I just need people's schedules to
Lag spike.
like I said, because from lag spike. What? What do you mean lag
Drift.
spike? Wait, what? What do you mean lag spike? Wait, am I lagging for anyone else? Am I lagging
No,
for
we're
any?
good.
Okay. Alright. Got it. I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think I'm lagging. But yeah, I don't know, man. It was one of those things where, like I said, I need certain people to be like, I don't know. I just need like people Mountain Standard Time to be available from like at least 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. to like to
Okay, I'm back.
10
What do you say about me
p.m.
being afternoon and sometimes night?
Well, so from 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time
We
to
have the same time zone.
10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I just need somebody at least in between there, right? And then, later I'll probably find someone that has like a really weird time zone. So then I also have to trust people after. Like, that's the worst thing about it, too. Because I'm not a full-time streamer or a full-time content creator. So, like, I can't just look at the server 24/7, which fucking sucks.
So 5 p.m. CST, 12 a.m. CST.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. You know, like,
Well, I
that.
have PDT, but it's 10:50 for me, and I'm pretty sure OTS 10:54. Correct. I can easily do that.
Yeah.
Weird, it's not letting me, but I GTG anyway.
Weird what? It's not letting you on the server? Whoa. That was a different kind of cough. What the fuck? That was a weird cough. That felt different. What the hell?
I'm an hour in standard and 2 in daylight hours.
Hmm. Well, here, I'll. Oh, you know what? I might need to make a separate role
I watched
because,
Coraline today. New virus origin.
you know what? New virus origin? No. Um, let's see. I might need to make a separate role because I can't have minor mods and then I'll have like adult mods. That also might need to be a thing because I recognize I'm like, you know what? Moderators also get access to the adult chat, and I don't want you have access to the adult chat. Oops. Um, I'll add another role later that is like minor mod and then adult mod because yeah, because I don't want you to have access to the adult chats. So, no offense, I just don't want you having access to that kind of thing because that is illegal. So, excuse
Herb
me.
is 14 after all.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, movie. I don't know why my throat is like acting like this though. I really don't feel sick, but I'm talking like I am, which is weird. I've never seen this movie before, so fair warning. That is a little loud. Hold on. Let me lower this shit. It's gonna be all in French, isn't
I
it?
wanted access to adult chat that I actually didn't know existed / joking.
No. This is gonna be all in French, isn't it? Hold on. Maybe. Hold on. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's find out. the uh-oh. Yeah, all of the subtitle or all of the intros in French. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry I left to go watch the start of Hundreds of Beavers. I still have the bunny and bird thing.
Oh, we're gonna probably watch Hundreds of Beavers because I'm recognizing if this has dialogue, it's gonna be like it's gonna be in French.
Yes,
So
please do.
I can add subtitles, but I don't think subtitles will really be that large on y'all's screen.
There might be an English dubbed version. Remember the bunny and bird thing? Does it subtitles?
It does have subtitles, yes, but at least I think. Let me see.
Good morning. Ticket and passport, please. Ma'am, could I please have your ticket and passport?
Oh, it is in English. Okay. I just recognized the way that lady looked at this person. Is this about to be like, I just recognized this movie came out in like the early 2000s, meaning or like, yeah, early to like mid 2000s. I just recognized this is gonna be about how Muslims felt during this time, huh? Uh-oh. And yes, it's also in English, so that's good. So that's at least good. So now we can at least understand.
Mind I hug you, such a cat?
It's Nusha.
Nusha?
Margie, look at you. You're all grown up.
You brought me a present, I hope. How was Paris? Did you see Bruce Lee? What's the Eiffel Tower like?
Welcome to Tehran,
For what?
my dear.
We all missed you so much.
I still haven't gotten over the dog shirt film.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Don't keep everyone waiting.
I remember. I led an uneventful, peaceful existence back then.
Short.
The life of an average little girl. I loved eating French fries with ketchup.
Is the movie set in France?
Bruce Lee
Yeah, it's in France. It's a French film, but it seems like it takes place in the UK, maybe? Rather than just France, which is interesting.
was my idol. I wore Adidas sneakers.
Oh, I
and
must have
had
shitty
two
internet.
major
I hit another lag
obsessions.
spike.
Being able to shave my legs one day and becoming the last prophet in the galaxy.
Oh. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so
Somebody
taking
has McDonald's Wi-Fi.
it's taking place in the 70s, which is interesting. What took place in 1970? Took place in the 70s?
You want to know if your
Trying to
breasts are
think.
sagging? Stick a pencil under them. If it falls, you've got great boobs. If it stays, you're in trouble.
At least McDonald's Wi-Fi is constant.
Jesus Christ.
If you shook that girl over there, you'd have enough pencils to fill a box. Settle down now.
Of course.
I was allowed to go see him last week. He was in bad shape, just awful. They've been telling me they would release him, but it's been 4
Can y'all
years
hear it?
since.
Hear the dialogue?
This regime is on the verge of collapse. It's just a matter of time.
Mommy,
Oof. Okay, yeah, so this is, regime. Trying to think. What happened in 1978? Regime. Which regime? Trying to figure out when was that? Because if this is talking about Iran,
I need cold pillow.
1979. Let's see. Iranian Revolution. Yep. Yeah, this was a regime change.
My pillow feels microwaved.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Senator for line of foreign powers. Yep, okay. Oh. Oh, this is gonna really go at the UK and United States, which is interesting. Huh. Okay, here we go.
Give me that! The revenge of the dragon is a bitter dish, best served cold.
Well, let's see how the dragon takes what he dishes out.
Huh?
As future prophet, I'm
Okay,
Rajan
that's
have
funny.
established the following rules. Rule number 1, everyone shall be well behaved. Rule number 2, everyone shall do one good deed. Rule number 3, everyone
I'll put the
shall
hundreds of
always
Beavers
be
movie in the
faithful.
videos to watch, just so you
Rule
have in case
number
you want to
4,
watch it later.
Each day the poor shall be given 1 roasted chicken per person. Rule number 5, grandmothers will
Sorry,
never
I'm
suffer
trying to
again.
find the reference for the robot.
That's your plan. You've got yourself your first disciple.
Really? You mean it?
What do you intend to do so grandmothers won't suffer anymore?
It won't be allowed, that's all.
Of course. I should have thought of that.
What's going on?
Oh. Wait, did this happen in France in the 80s? Wait, what? Wait, this is okay. I'm not aware of what this event is replicating. What happened in the 80s with France? Hold on. France 1978 March. Let's see. Hold on. Now I'm actually learning some history here. It's quite interesting. Hold on. What happened in 1978? 19th.
My dumbest was gonna say the Revolutionary War KMS. Is this the student May protests in the 60s? S.
Well, no, because is the student May protest? Oh yeah, I guess the yeah, maybe this is because it says 1978 because in the well, that was 1968, not 78. Because 1968 is when, like, you know, students, like, took over, like, colleges and shit, right? And they fucking fired on, like, on actual people. It was crazy. Mexico, France, and the United States were all, like, at the same time, like, revolutionizing. I couldn't remember exactly, but, yeah, it makes sense. You're right, maybe this is. I guess it was, yeah.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? I told you. Do you realize we're witnessing an historic moment?
Glad it's no more rants.
Uh-oh.
He's finally going to pay for what he's done to us.
That's right, sweetheart. At last your father will be avenged.
The Shah can pack his bags and join his friends in Washington.
I don't know, but I think I like the Shah. He was appointed by God. He was, it's true. God told me that himself. God and the teacher, too.
First of all, the Shah was certainly not appointed by God.
Yes, he was. The teacher said...
That's what they want us to believe. But I'll tell you how it really happened.
Uh-oh.
The truth is, 50 years ago, the Shah's father, who was an officer there, wanted to overthrow the Qajar Emperor to establish a republic.
I will be the Arabian Ataturk. I'll modernize this country, and I'll create a republic.
But the British got wind of his plans, and one day...
Hello. Are you positive you want to establish a republic? Wouldn't you much rather become emperor? Me? Emperor? Why, of course. Emperor's better than president, and an emperor has absolute power. Anyway, a great country such as yours needs a strong man, a man like yourself.
Leave it to the white man to, leave it to the white man to be the one that just ruins the whole country. Been doing it since the beginning, bro. That's no more rants. Well, I'm about to.
What's more,
from this movie.
We know full well that the clergy is against the republic. And, with good reason, I may add. What would I have to do? Nothing. Just give us the oil, and we shall take care of the rest.
Ah, yes. Ah, the oil trade. Oh, boy. Ooh, man. Wow, did one country decide to keep a huge grasp on that shit? Oh, boy. Man. Sweats profusely of oil. Oh boy.
From now on, I am your new king. Everything that's yours is now mine.
Oh boy.
He was a total idiot.
Well, yes and no. Even though he was a dictator, he did modernize Iran. In a way, I guess you could say he loved his country, unlike his son, who succeeded him.
As of today, I am your new king. I am the light of the Aryans. I will turn this nation into the most modern country of all time, and I will restore the former glory and splendor of our empire.
Oof.
Yes. The Shah's father was brutal. He even put your grandpa in prison. But his son was 10 times worse.
What? Grandpa was in prison?
Well, certainly. He was part of the royal family. He was a Qajar prince. The Shah's father stripped him of all he had.
That may be, but he was in prison mainly because he was a communist.
Oh my god, yeah, the communism thing. Yeah, that also was super fucking common as well, where people would just get imprisoned for that shit. Oh my god, man. Yeah, this was an interesting time. at the time, bro. This is a very, like, it's kind of crazy because people think that, like, that this hasn't happened before, but if you replicate the 70s and, like, you replicate the 1960, like, around 68, right? 70s, 80s, like, it's just, like, it was such a weird fucking time, right? Like World War II already was crazy, and then after that was something like the 60s and 70s were just a time of just madness, craziness, right? And the problem is, it's not the fact that, like, people wanted to, like, everybody got, like, you know, better because they thought that it was over, right? But the thing is like, nothing was solved, right? Nothing was absolved. So now what's happening is, now it's like, now we're seeing the consequences of everything that happened so long ago, right? We're still dealing with these same effects that, like, that Reagan put in, right? When Ronald Reagan said he was going to fix everything and then just made shit worse. He created hyperinflation. He's the reason why shit is even worse than it was today, right? You know, it's like, it does not surprise me. This is kind of the problem with humanity, right? They consistently just push problems down the river, right? It's a future problem. Oh, it's another future problem. Oh, it's another future problem. Over and over and over again. When people try to solve this shit. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing is, like, I got said it. It's just, the issue is, people don't actually solve the issues, and people die people die for it. That's the problem. Every time we try to change things, a ton of people die for it. And then finally we think that something, like, is absolved, or at least, like, handled better. And then a decade later, they do the same shit again. And it's so fucking annoying. Like, it's not just the US government, it's the UK government and the French government, like, and a lot of European governments, right? And the Australian government. It's like, for some odd reason, it's like, it's always been like this. It's always had this problem over and over and over again, and nobody ever and it never gets fixed. And then what happens is, we wonder why the hell these places just fucking constantly try to destroy each other, because we didn't fix anything. We just pushed the can down the road, like, every time, and it just sucks. But that's the problem too. What are you gonna do? Like, because the only other option is more people die. It sucks ass. Like, peace just doesn't work or peace could work, but the problem is, it's just people that lead places aren't peaceful. They never think that peace is the correct option, when it always is. And I get the idea that it's like, oh yeah, somebody else could just ruin that peace. I get that, right? But at the same fucking time, it just shows the ignorance of, like, previous generations, right? It could happen. It's just nobody ever does it.
Held a message for using channel block terms. Allow will post it to chat.
It's because power is such a fucking crazy thing for people. And nobody recognizes that they're the bad guys until later, right? You might have to send that message again, because I didn't see it, you know. Yeah, like, people don't recognize that power is such an important fucking...
Holy Automod.
Yeah, you might need to do it again. Here, go ahead and send it again. Hi, Sophia. How you doing? How was work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Yeah, go ahead and send it again, Sushi, because I didn't see it. But I'll like confirm it. So, at the very least, I can read it. So, because I have to, like, directly go to Twitch. No. Wait. Who sent it? Who sent the thing? Whoever it was that got auto-modded, send it again. And I'll read it. Also, how you doing, Sophia? How sophisticated Sophia? How is work? How is errands? How's your day in general? Hope we're doing well for you. Or sorry, let me give you to the proper introduction since you're new. How was work? If you haven't worked today, how was errands? If you did not do errands today, how was your day in general? I hope it went well for you. Honestly, I hope it did. Yeah, I don't know. This was just an interesting time. I'll say that. It was a crazy time.
My grandpa was a Qajar prince and a communist.
Oh? What's a Qajar prince on? Okay. So the answer is yes. This was from that time. Okay. This was during that, like, college campus era where, like...
Fursona, I'm a veggie sauna SMH.
Fursona? Veggie Sona? That's completely fine. How you doing, Project Potato? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? I hope it went well for you. Hope it went well for you, honestly. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so this was during that era of, like, when all those college campuses would, like, you know, like, just run the streets and shit for, I can't remember the exact reason. We literally learned about it a few days ago. Can't remember, but yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it is interesting. This is gonna be an interesting movie because I'm kind of curious what this part's about, though, if it's just about that. Keep in mind, this movie was made in the early 2000s, like mid to like early 2000s, so it's gonna be interesting seeing them probably doing a different perspective than what other people did at this time, because this was only a few years, I believe, after 9/11, so I wonder exactly what they're gonna say about this, because it's interesting that the first, like, few minutes was like, it was like a Muslim lady was, like, walking by, and then they were showing, like, you know, they were showing the freaking, like, basically white lady, like, you know, staring at her like she's something completely different, which is interesting, because I'm like, okay, this is definitely gonna be... It was definitely a very crazy take at the time, and I think that it's very good to... I think it's kind of good that, like, media like this existed, where they kind of are still trying to show that, you know, the leaders are not the citizens, and I think that's a great thing, you know? I don't know if this is just trying to reference what happened at that time, and what happened, you know, what happened at that time, and then what's happened again in the 70s, right? Because it, you know, it is just kind of similar, right? So... Or maybe not. I don't know. No, it is. Yeah, I completely forgot they gunned down the citizens. I don't know. Like, that's the thing, is I thought this was... I didn't know, because, like, I know in Mexico, they just full-blown fired on the crowd. It was fucking crazy. Like, I don't know exactly, like... I know that this is probably... I don't know. Maybe it is the same one. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, no. It is. Weird. I didn't know they did this in France, too, though. They fire on the crowd in France? Oh my god. What? Oh, Jesus. What happened?
You're still alive. I was worried sick about you.
They were shooting into the crowd.
It could have been us. We were right there. Teji and I tried to run away, but we got stopped by soldiers a few blocks up. Those bastards confiscated all my film.
We spent
Okay, yeah, no, this is still in France. Wow, I didn't know they fired on the crowd in France. Really? I didn't know in that one they fired on the crowd. I thought it was just in Mexico they did that shit. That's crazy.
Wasn't the last guillotine execution in France in the 60s too?
Wasn't the last guillotine execution in the 60s too.
What be this?
Yes.
Never heard of this channel.
Hi, how you doing? How was work? If you didn't work today, how was errands? If you didn't do if you didn't do errands today, how was your day in general, Daisy? I hope it went well for you. I'm working on a project that's that involves like a bunch of Twitch chat. So currently, so a while back, for anybody that's new here, I took a bunch of pop songs, right? And I copy and pasted them in a Google Doc. Hi, how you doing, Mature Clown? How was work? How was errands? How was your day in general? Hope it went well for you. I took a how do I say? I took a bunch of pop songs from a Google Doc, and I copied those lyrics and pasted them into a Google Doc and had Twitch chat. This was a while ago, but I had Twitch chat modify it, right? And change it to whatever they wanted, right? And what I did, this was kind of still when this whole, like, the robot music thing was still new. And I copy and pasted those lyrics into a bot, right? And it, quote unquote, sang the music, right? Also found a random trans flag on the ground. Day's been good. Just got back from Magdalene? Magdalena Bay. Okay. Gotcha. I am not too sure where that is. Also found a random trans flag on the ground. Trans pride. Anyway, no. I don't know. Yeah, trans. Anyway, I don't know. Sorry. I'm not very good at that, so I apologize. I am a part of the community. I highly support my own community heavily, but I don't really know what else to say with just a trans flag being on the ground. Trans. To trans. Anyway, sorry. Crazy transition. Yeah. Badoom ching. Hey, do you say transition? My god, guys. This is crazy. Anyway, alright. Well, my god, trans pride? Nah, just start like fucking putting like air horns. Hold on, wait, guys. This is crazy. He said, oh my god, he said the word. He said the word. Oh my god, hold on. Let me just get this. Let me get, let's just really put it in. My god, guys, he said the words. Guys, see, we're inclusive here. God damn it, the fucking sound effect won't work. God damn, work you, damn it. My god, he said trans, guys. Let's fucking go inclusion, am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway. Alright. Alright, I'll stop. Anyway. Hold on. Wait. I didn't have everything ready, so I had to not obey. I had to look it up, sadly. Me too. Nah, trans pride is a random response. I'm in South right now, so it was kind of fucking wild and was super based and cool. I don't know, man. It's so goofy it's so goofy, but I had to. Streaming is a work of art, as you can see. Yes, that it is. Oh my god. I don't know. Anyway. I can imagine. I'm also in the South, but I'm in a place where people don't really... I'm not necessarily like South. I'm just like... I'm in a state where really typically, like, it's very diverse anyway. So people don't really typically, like, care that much. It sounds weird, but people really don't care that much most of the time. Whether, it doesn't really matter what you identify as. Because there's already a million other problems here. So, don't put a color in a hospital while they transport organs for surgery. Oh my god, he said the thing! Anyway, sorry, I'll just play that fucking theme song every time. My god, he said it! Anyway. Just fucking play that fucking theme song every time something happens. What happened to my Google Doc, or what happened to my document? There it is. Anyway, I get it. I'm on vacation in Alabama and was in Nashville for the show. Wow, you are deep in the South. I am so sorry. Ay, ay, ay. You are deep in the South. I am very, very sorry for that you are in that part of the states right now. You know, I am luckily in a place where really nothing that exciting happens, so it doesn't really matter whether like somebody Republican or Democrat does some crazy shit, because really, or right or left wing people do any kind of crazy shit, because typically the state doesn't care that much. I hate to say it, but like the state really just still has their like knockers, you know, has their brain. Streaming is a work for it, as you can see. Yes, okay, sorry. I don't know. Not to be that person. It's just we, I don't know. 53, the thing is, oh, did I say the thing is? Whoops. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like I'm in a state that still has sanity, if that makes any sense. There are still some people here that are very, like, over the top, but vast majority of the population that you actually talk to, like, you know, typically are just normal people that just don't really like talking about politics still, because that's just a thing, you know, because that's a normal thing to do where their whole lives aren't politics. So, you know, it's normal to be, you know, to hate politics. I'll say that. Normal to not want to talk about that shit. Anyway, let me see who I can grab next. Okay, Alright, I'm gonna go up a little bit, to see if anyone's persona is here. That person deleted their Discord thing. I did Super Shafts. I did Alfred, I think. I did Lopetti. I did Nosferatu. I did not do this one. No, it's good. I've been going out halfway femme. Thigh highs, trans pride sleeves, and painted nails. Haven't been called a slur yet. Only got a brief, dirty look at the airport for having Blahaj? Rosie? I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is, but good for you. I don't know. I mean, I own a fucking gun. Like, if anybody really wants to try anything, like, but that's the thing, is I don't dress like, no one can tell that I'm gay, right? I don't know. No one can tell that I'm gay, so I'm like, I don't really pay attention to it, but I have a gun. Like, if anybody wants to try me, like, they can go for it. Was halfway femme mean? I don't know. Good question. Ask the halfway femme person. IKEA shark? What is an IKEA shark? Is that the dude with the sneakers that's like the brain rot guy? I don't know, man. Means halfway men, obviously. It wasn't that obvious to me, I'm sorry. I have no idea. I don't know much about my own community. Like, you know, to be honest. I don't know much about my own community. Like, I am with them constantly, obviously. Like, I go to events where there's a lot of gay people everywhere and trans people. A lot of my trans friends have left the country, though, because they're terrified of everything going on, which is 1000% fair. But, other than that, you know, like, it's just, it is often. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about my own community. I don't really pay attention to it too much because there's not really much that I need to learn about my own community. I guess. I don't know. I know the history, if that makes any sense. You know. I know, like, technically the LGBTQ plus community is a very, like, you know, relies heavily off of BLM stuff, right? Because, you know, it's super interesting with the history. Like, it started just with a bunch of gay men on a boat, and someone didn't like that, discharged that gay man, and like, or discharged that soldier, and like, and then like, and then, you know, he went into the streets and rallied with a bunch of or like, you know, protested with a bunch of, you know, combined with the black community, was like, hey, you're also oppressed, so how about we come together? And it's like women, black people, and gay people were oppressed, and they were like, hey, how about we all just come the fuck together? And not in a literal sense. Wow, what a phrasing. And how about we actually, you know, become, how about we all, like, you know, fight for the same thing, you know? And it worked. You know, what's a tomboy? Tomboy is, I think, a female that is like a woman that dresses like a man, or acts like a man in some way, shape, or form, I guess, or male-like things. I think that's still the definition of it. So, yeah, more or less, I just use it as a. Pretty sure it's that. Yeah. America is portrayed as who here? What?
Hold up, I'm looking it up.
Half girl.
Girl who presents masculine but is a girl.
Girl who presents masculine but is a girl. Yes, that. Thank you. Yes. Damn, why is my throat like my throat isn't even killing me. I'm not like I don't feel like I have dry throat or anything. It's just for some odd reason, like
so it's Susie Deltarune.
Reason I'm like talking like this. So it's Susie Deltarune? I don't know. Is Susie a tomboy? I guess. I don't really think Susie's a tomboy. Well, I guess she could be. Maybe. I have no idea. Actually, that's a good question. I have no idea.
She kinda is.
I have no idea, but, you know. Hold on. Is this person, is Hyder here? Or the person that has the Hyder OC? Because I'm gonna try to draw you.
Too many pathways.
Too many pathways. Fair enough. Okay. Oh wait, this is Labetti. Labetti, are you here? If Labetti is not here, then I'm gonna skip to another person. Just recall your Discord name, because I'm gonna say your name. Okay. Labetti is your OC here. Dakota is your OC here. A2 is your OC. Wait. That's a meme. Neon, what did you give me? Is this like a reference? Am I just supposed to draw a dust ball? Okay, nobody has said anything. Okay, then I'm gonna skip to Icarus then.
I need game theory on this she now. Unretire MatPat and GE him studying the Susie GY theory.
Study gay theory. Well,
yeah.
MatPat doesn't do stuff on game theory anymore. He doesn't do anything with game theory anymore. He's a politician now. He now is in the creator caucus. But don't worry, he's not like a bad politician yet. I'll say that. He's not a bad politician yet. It's just his whole thing is trying to, you know, get, you know, like the government to understand what the internet actually is, rather than just fucking adding shitty goddamn rules to the internet. So, don't. Yeah, MatPat is a politician now. He's got his own caucus.
Since when?
Since like a few months ago. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. MatPat. Politician. Yeah, I'm not lying. Like, look here he is. I had to delete a freaking idea because I had to delete a skit because of it. I made a fucking skit that was making MatPat a freaking politician, and I had to delete it because it was not wacky enough now. Cause shit that keeps
since the February 2024.
I keep ending up like, here's the problem. I keep making shit.
That guy was in the FNAF movie and now a Polit icon.
Yeah. I completely made fucking, like, I keep making, like, skits that become real, so I have to, like, scrap them.
Sadly.
I keep having to make, like, you know, I keep having to scrap things because I come up with something extremely ridiculous, and then all of a sudden, they, like, these things happen in reality, and then I can't make something stupid and ridiculous. I'm like, I want to make dumb things, but it is really hard to do it in our modern world because shit just happens. Shit that should be extremely cartoonish, that happens in a fucking cartoon, happens in real life sometimes. And I hate it. Don't get me wrong, I get that that's like relatability, but I don't want to do more political shit. I make fun of politics.
Sometimes I like queerbait more than actual canon ships. That's how I write good ships. I queerbait and end with them together.
I queerbait and end with them together? That is fair enough. Hold on, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back, I promise. Yeah, hold on. Let me get the BRB thing up real quick. Boop. I promise I won't take 6 minutes though. Hold on. Let me lower that just a bit. 4. Alright. I'll be back.
Color don't say, the government will crash and we will be free. Don't jinx it /. Everyone get ready for a 6-hour piss and us talking to ourselves. /. Backslaw. I/. I/O /. /O /. Eyes. Damn.
Let's groove to groove. Groove and groove to groove.
Yes.
Groove. Anyway. Let's groove to groove. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, yes. Forgot what I was saying. Everyone get ready for a 6-hour piss and us talking to ourselves. Won't be that long. Jeez. It's not gonna take that long. That's why I have a timer. Goodness. All's ADHD is worse than mine. Color don't say the government will crash and we will be free. Don't jinx it.
Color, I am insane now. You took too long.
I didn't say the government would crash. Government.
We have rotten into insane Degans.
Look, I'm totally, definitely not saying that there is a possibility that there could totally not be a Nepal type of revolution happening if people just, you know, You know, if people were not afraid of dying, let's be honest. You know, it just was kind of...
Have you done substances before?
Have I done substances before? Quote-unquote catnip before. I'll say that. Nothing really else, honestly. I mean, I've drank alcohol, but, you know. I mean, fun juice. Totally. You know, definitely nothing else. Totally not alluding to other things. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I've smoked weed before. And I've drank before, but I don't drink that often. It's mostly been weed. You know, that's pretty much it. I don't do anything crazy.
Check the news. This deaf didn't have cuz color forgot to knock on wood. Catnip is based.
It's definitely didn't have cuz color forgot to knock on wood. Catnip is based. Yes, I agree. It is. I love me some catnip. No, I can say it as long as it's like what I call it. I can say it on live streams. I just have to be careful on like actual videos. Like I have to be careful with certain things because I don't know.
What is TTHE trip like?
I don't know. What's the trip like? What do you mean? It's not really a trip. It's just kind of... I don't know. What the fuck do you mean? Like, it depends. You have stages that you go through, though. That's the thing is, like, what do you mean? In what kind of way? Like, you just kind of zonk out. Depending on what you do, right? Because there's stages to it, right? There's ones where you're just kind of feeling like, how you say, where you're feeling like a little doughy, if that makes any sense. Like where you're feeling a little doughy about everything, like you're just smooth sailing. I don't know.
In general.
And then there's just fucking zooted where you're just like where you are gone. You are in space, motherfucker. Like you are gone. Like I mean, like it's nothing crazy. It's just if you do too much, you will just be like there. You will just be in the same place for so long. Like I don't know how to explain it, man. You just reset like a fucking like an XP computer. It is so funny. It is. I've seen other people be in these crazy trips, but my god, man. In general, there is no general. There's stages there's stages when you smoke weed, man. I don't know how to explain. Like, there's no general basis. You just there's no specific there's specific ways in each like phase that you're in, right? Like, hold on, I can't even ever describe it, but there is one dude that there was a video that these guys shared to me, that Twitch chat shared to me, that perfectly describes what being high is like. Hold on. Let me go grab it because it perfectly describes what being high is like. Hold on. And if you guys still don't understand it, then I can't help you, but like I need to I can't ever describe being high because it's so hard to describe.
Dark oak wood, rat, 6, cranes, pole, pillar, ukulele xylophone, grape, 7, time, boom, underground. Tail, crawl, retract, control, 0, 62, I, triangle, white, line, wrap, question, absencino.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna see if it's still up, but yes, it is. Perfect. Here, let me, like, it, I don't know how to explain it to you, but, like, this guy does somehow in, like, 4 minutes. I don't know how to explain, like, let me see what this dude's...
I wrote Alad.
Mostly True is the dude's YouTube channel. Like, it's kind of wild. Hold on. Like, for anyone that hasn't been high, this perfectly describes anybody that wants to be high.
Through the next one, probably.
For the next one, probably? Okay, hold on. I actually don't know what this is. Oops, hold on. Okay, let's go.
So there are 7 levels of being high that you may experience while smoking, and although no 2 people will have the exact same experience from weed, this should give you a general idea of what to expect. For level 1 we have Toasted. you'll be feeling like a warm sourdough roll. At this level, you'll still be able to function normally, but you'll just be a little bit more giggly, and you'll have a slight mind and body relaxation. This is the optimal level of high if you need to do normal person stuff, but you want a slight mood boost. For level 2, we have baked. You are officially high, but it's not affecting you too much. At this level, objects start to seem more significant. Yeah, I don't really know how to put it any other way than that, but I mean, look at that object. Tell me that doesn't look more significant.
Yeah, I feel like he's undermining it, but yes, you end up like, this is kind of where you get into weird conversation territory where like things just mean more. And like, you don't recognize how ridiculous you sound at the start. Like, it's one of those things. I mean, I always sound like that, but it's just, you take a conversation and it seems like you're saying more than you are, when most of the time you aren't. It's definitely the reason for my speech pattern.
It's become more random, but you can kind of wrangle them back in and stop your mind from wandering too far. This is a good socially functional level of high. If you're with people and you don't want shit to get weird, stay around this level. For level 3, we have...
That is true, but also at the same time, don't be one of those fuckers that, like, that's, like, if you have a bong, for the love of God, like, do not hug the bong, please. You know, like, pass, like, take a hit first. He never mentions this, but take a hit first, then take a hit, go, and then pass it to the other person first before you have a conversation, because when you get high, like, you will just start going off, right? Do not fucking be that guy that hogs the weed. Because it fucking sucks when people do that shit. Anyway.
Have roasted. All mental faculties now require more focus and energy. At this point, your internal monologue starts to get louder. You know how you just heard your own voice in your head reading those words? Well, when you're sober, you think your thoughts quietly, if that makes sense. But when you're roasted, you think your thoughts louder. Also, at this point, sentences are very difficult to form and require expert planning and precision to execute.
Sometimes they are. It really, yeah, sometimes.
Next up, we have level 4. Sautéed. Sentences are relics of the past, and now requires all of your energy just to form words.
Yes.
That's right. Sound it out, buddy. Water. This is the point where you...
I mean, that's probably near stage 3 or stage 2, but yes. Yes. Oh my god, I know this fucking stage way too well. God damn it. Fuck. It's too fucking real, but yes, that is what it's like. And yes, of course, the classic microwave, staring at something in the microwave and never fucking, like, and taking way too long to take it out. God damn it, dude. Fuck. Sometimes you don't even grab it. That's the wildest thing is. I don't know how to explain it, but yes, you just don't. You just forget shit. It's like, this is where you have to, like, this is where just things are just, everything is interesting to you. I don't know how to explain it, but it is like everything just means anything to you. It's absolutely wild. God damn it, dude. It's so fucking, it's just, it's wild how good that is. Sorry, I was just blasting my ears off with music that I put way down, but it still hurts my ears. That's fair.
Put something in the microwave for 5 minutes, and you stand there watching your food cook for the entire time.
Yeah. Yes, that.
Dude, can you turn the fucking microwave off? Yeah, they really should.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it, man. Yeah. Yeah, you'll start pissing a lot of people off. If they don't know what it's like being high, did you give up on the movie? No, I didn't. I retcon it boosts creativity. No, it does not. It does boost creativity, but actually doing it, oh my god, it is so difficult to do while high. It is so hard to draw while you're high, man. Like, believe me, I've tried. I really have. But there is moments where you are just high as fuck and you can't get those juices flowing. it can boost creativity, but the ideas aren't good. Let me say that. You make so much shit while you do it while you're high, and it is insane. You know? Like, it's wild, bro. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Anyway. Yeah, it's weird as hell.
Should have like a midnight stoner mode for microwaves. Level 5 is known as stony baloneyed. This is when paranoia starts to set in. If you're
Well, here's the thing, is if your microwave has a mute mode, use the mute mode on your microwave. Some microwaves have that mode where you can just mute when it like before it rings. And like it's amazing. It does help you when you're high, because then if it just goes off, luckily, like, the dinging won't annoy everyone. I used to have one of those. Like, I used to have one of those microwaves, and man, dude, was it great when you were high, because at the very least, you just didn't piss off, like, you didn't piss off your roommates, because it would just go off so often if it did. Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to be really courteous when you're high as fuck. Like, just make shit beforehand, because if you do that shit while you're high, oh boy, is it fucking difficult to do anything.
with other people, avoid eye contact. You will get your soul stolen. This is also when...
Yeah, this is also when you kind of freak out. Some people freak out at this point too, so yes, it is very, very terrifying. When you do not get high with a friend when you get to this level, because if you are like with a friend getting high to this level, you will do stupid shit. Do not do it. Like, it is, don't get me wrong, it's not like you can do anything. Like, it's not like you can really do anything, but you get some dumb fucking ideas with your friend when you are high like that. Like, it is awful. It sucks ass.
When you can become hyper analytic of every thought you have and every action you take. Am I walking funny? Is it weird to have the thought that I just had?
Mm-hmm.
What about that one? Or this one? Am I my thoughts? Or am I the thing that is thinking the thoughts?
Yes, the deep in fucking thoughts message. I do agree. Yeah, that happens to me all the time, but like, that happens to me all the time anyway. But it definitely like amps itself to 1,000 when you're high. It's crazy.
No, I'm me. You're just a thought. No, I'm actually you. You aren't you. It's me. This is also the...
Yeah, and then you're also like, well, my brain is technically... I've had this exact conversation with myself where I'm like, well, my brain is technically me. Like, I'm technically using a bodysuit. That's what a brain is, right? You know, technically we're all the brain in our body. And I'm like, and then when I was not high, I was like, what the fuck was I even thinking there? I'm surprised I even remembered anything, because usually you don't. That one particularly, like, I just stuck with me forever.
The point when I normally feel like I'm just a little goblin inside my own head, watching TV through my eyeballs. At level 6, you have the Kush coma. Right before you enter a Kush coma, it can feel like your heart is about to beat out of your chest. At this stage, it's very common to experience weed paralysis, where you just kind of get so high that like you're stuck or you're frozen. I actually have a funny little story about this. One time my friend was throwing a party, and we went out to the park next to his house to smoke weed, but he said he was gonna take a few extra rips and that he would meet us back at his house in a few minutes, but he ended up getting too high and he just became frozen on that bench for like multiple hours, like a few hours while the party.
That's so fucking dangerous. That's so dangerous. Yeah, because that shit, yeah, they will not move. You won't move when you get that high. It is absolutely beautiful. Hold on. All right.
Just continued at his house. He wasn't even there for his own party. At some point, he booted back up like a lagging 90s Dell computer, and he was good as new. But you know, sometimes you just need like a few hours.
90s Dell computer. Yeah, that's probably more correct, honestly.
hours on a bench alone at night before like you're ready to go back to the social situation. So, you know, keep that in mind. And last but not least is number 7, the final form of every stoner, the most sacred of all highs. Zooted. You will be feeling like a cryptocurrency, man. Telepathy is now activated as you no longer require mouth noises to communicate. This is where you start to experience frame rate drops in your vision. Your graphics card is overheated. You can't even sustain 60 FPS at this point. This is when you eat.
I would really recommend not to do that because it gets bad. I mean, like really, really bad. Like you can't do anything.
A pizza roll and you feel every individual muscle fiber of your esophagus expanding and contracting as it travels down your throat. You're way past couch lock. You and the couch are now merged with each other on a molecular level. Where do I end and the couch begins, you ask?
Yeah, he's not kidding. You transcend. You literally transcend. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like you went to space. Like you actually transcend when you are this high. I don't know, like it literally just feels like you just transcended reality. I don't know how to explain it. Like you are feeling like Doctor Strange right now. You go to a different dimension. Like that is such a weird, like that's such an obvious thing that a lot of high people say when they get high. But yes, you full blown transcend like fucking like reality when you get that high. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Nobody should ever get this high. And like what people do. It's crazy. It's just nuts.
The answer is yes. Well, anyways, that's it for today. If you have any funny stories of like being super high, or if you guys use different words for getting high, comment them down below in the comment section. And if you're still here, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. There you go. There's the definition. There's everything that happens with the get high. I mean, I didn't lie. It's stages. It's full-blown stages. That's what I mean when you say in general. There's no in general with getting high. There's only very specific things that happen. It's like that. That's the best way I can describe it. It's too bad. This channel just kind of doesn't exist anymore. What happened? What happened to this guy? Where did he go? What happened to this channel? Because he hasn't posted in like a year. Where's this guy at? Weird. Are you the only one speaking? Good question. I don't know. I think everybody else got distracted. I think the person that originally like asked the question of what's like getting high probably is here or is not here anymore.
Can you activate the chat? TDS.
I did. We're back. Yeah, this is weird.
I'm here.
Man.
Can I have the grass?
Okay, cool. Have the grass? No, you're too young. Yeah, this is weird. Like, this guy just left.
I honestly never think I'll be able to get high. Too scary to not be in full control of myself.
I mean, it really depends on what you do. Like, you just gotta be really careful, because some people,
or I might fuck up my brain forever.
Well, it's not. You don't get high until you're an adult. Let me say that. Once you're an adult, it's fine, right? But, like, when you get high, you need to, like I said, it goes in stages. Start very, very small. And do not take more weed, right? Weed takes a while to hit, right? If you have edibles, it takes an hour. Give yourself a literal hour. And only take a teeny tiny bit, right? I've had so many people that have had so many stories where they have gotten themselves so where they like have been first time, like, what do you call it, first timers getting themselves high, and then they never do it again because they got themselves too fucking high.
My sister was high when she was a teen. I think it was that our mother was trying to test and see how it would act when they were high.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing.
It could also be laced with something. I could die from overdoing on something else.
Well, not when you actually get it from a dispensary. But I don't know where weed is illegal right now, too. Get it from a legal source. Yes, the taxes are high. Yes, it's a fuckload of money. But it is completely safe if it is from a
California.
dispensary. A dispensary is very much like, safe because they are licensed for it. It is the actual plant, and there is nothing else in it other than weed. I don't know how to explain it, but there it is, right? Hold on. Let's see. What states...
You need a medical card in AL, I think.
Well, it's also legal in my state, too. Is it legal to smoke weed? Let's see. It is getting more and more legal the longer it goes. Yeah, 40 states have it for medical use, and 24 states just let you use it, so. Let you smoke, so. Okay. So it's only
I disagree.
about...
It's also terrible for your lungs. You should avoid smoking at IMO. Is Alabama one?
Terrible for your lungs? It's not, though. It's hemp. It's straight hemp. Like, it's drugs. Like, I mean, it's a drug. It's just like, you know, alcohol is damage. Like, alcohol is literally poison. It's just weed is less damaging than alcohol, right? That's the difference, right? It's just, it's obviously not great for you, but again, like, neither is alcohol, right? It's
Is
like...
Alabama for weed non-medical?
Alabama for weed? Nah, it's medical use for Alabama, I think. Let me see, what states are weed friendly right now? Let's find out. There's a lot of states that are super weed friendly. Like, I mean, 40 states have it where it is like, how do you say it? 40 states have it where it's for medical use, but some of the states have, but 24 states have it where it is
40
where you
50th
can
is a
just
good score.
smoke it.
Well, don't think I'm getting high anytime soon.
Let's see. So, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Canada, Oregon, Washington.
24 50th is all right.
Montana, Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois,
Canada,
Missouri, Ohio, Virginia, New York. Basically, all of like the
I didn't think there was a state named Canada.
Maine, Vermont, I didn't say Canada, Connecticut, Massachusetts, you know, all of the states that are like East Coast,
It would be difficult
right?
to obtain. You did.
East Coast. Yeah, okay. In Hawaii, it is medical. It is decriminalized though, which is kind of nice.
Is Florida one?
Florida is medical right now, and it is illegal to use it.
Color, it's actually seriously bad for your lungs. There has been a link between lung cancer rates and smoking hemp. It also makes your lungs worse at absorbing oxygen. Wow.
Not really. Hold on. There's been a link between lung cancer rates and smoking hemp. Again, so is alcohol. You get liver disease from smoking alcohol. Like I said, it's not good for you. But again, would you rather do alcohol or weed? That's the difference. It's not great for you, but again, it's better than alcohol. Like, you can get cancer from anything. You can get cancer from eating the wrong kind of food, right? Like, it's not as bad as people think it is. You know, it's hemp. It's freaking weed.
Yeah, and I'd also advocate for people not to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the only reason why smoking is bad is that the little hairs-like things in your cells which transporting mucus up to the mouth don't exist. But for you, it doesn't exist.
Let's see. I mean, the only reason why smoking is bad is that the little hair, like, Or hair is like things in your cells
Scylla.
which transporting mucus up to the mouth don't exist, but for you it doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah, it's really not that bad, but again, like I said, it's still a drug. Don't get me wrong, it's still a drug. It's weed. It's still a drug. It is a drug, but again, it's just like alcohol, right? It's still bad for you, but again, it is better than alcohol. Now,
It's not a choice between hemp and alcohol, though. It's a choice between choosing to do it or not. One might be less worse, but it's still bad. Hey, Kohler.
Not really. It's just a choice. Because here's the thing: is when you get stressed, right? When you get really, really stressed, as an adult, you do things that are bad for you, right? Also, congrats on hitting the useless button. You do things that are bad for you sometimes,
Oh,
right?
baby, a triple O, yeah.
Things to de-stress you out, right? And the two options are either alcohol or drugs, right? Like stuff that you have to do like on your own, right? Alcohol or drugs. Typically that's what people do, right? And weed is one of them. But weed is one of those drugs, right? I would rather be a guy that smokes weed and does edibles and shit than a person that drinks, right? I do both, but again, I think weed is a lot better.
Kohler is right, I have no friends. Weed would be the second best thing to do.
No, I don't mean the fact that you have no friends. I just mean it's one of those things when you're stressed as shit, right? Life is stressful. You gotta smoke a little weed sometimes, right? Sometimes you drink, sometimes you smoke weed. It really depends on who you are.
Can I have the grass, like the stuff on the ground?
Sure. I guess, yeah. I'm not acting like it's a fucking miracle drug or anything, right?
No.
It's not like something that's good for you. It's a drug. Like, you know, and like I said, sometimes people gotta do drugs sometimes. Some people gotta drink sometimes. Life
Grass
is
leaves taste
stressful.
good.
Life is stressful. You say that you
My
won't...
college has a small weed problem.
Yeah, but it's a college, so what? You know, my high school had a weed problem. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just the users that use it, right? It's the people like you. There's stoners, and
That's
then
fair,
there's...
but weed also sucks. I don't really like any drugs, lol, my health unit traumatized me.
I mean, that's a thing, too, as well.
Are you a cow?
You got people freaking... How you say? You got people that, like, freak out over drugs, right? You got that school system that freaked you out because you were, like... Because it's like, oh, it's a gateway drug. I'm like, yeah, not really. You just gotta be responsible with it, right? That's the thing, is just like with anything, right? You gotta be responsible with it.
Yes.
It's not a terrible thing. It's just a thing that exists, right? It's like schools try to scare you because of the fact that, like, schools try to scare you because that's just what they do, right? And in reality, it's really not that bad. It's like with sex, right? They love making it, like, they don't love teaching you about, like, you know, how to have safe sex. They just they just teach you about, like, oh, diseases, right? Oh, man, watch out for all these diseases, but then obviously people have sex, right? And people have sex anyway, right? And then get diseases anyway, when in reality, they should teach you how to have safe sex, rather than just teaching you all the diseases you can get from sex. That's the problem. It's the same thing with weed. I don't think people should be taught, like, here's the thing, is I don't think people should be taught, like, you know, oh, this is a bad thing,
It never said anything about gateway. It was only facts. My teacher only brought up facts and the way your brain reacts to it.
Yeah, I mean, it reacts differently to everybody, though.
Technically, in my high school, you just have to take biology, chemistry, and physics.
It's just facts, but that's the thing, is whether it's facts or not. Yeah, but that's the thing, is you can pick and choose your facts. And the facts they probably chose was something that was like, obviously you can't say that it's good in schools. It's not as bad as people think it is. That's the difference, right? It's not as bad. Like I said, again, it is a drug, but again, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as schools predict it, because it's a school. That's the difference. You want somebody to be, like, I don't know. You want people to be like, you want people to, I don't know, man. Like I said, it just encourages people to do more later, or do something worse later. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not one of those things, you know. I don't know. I was a dude that I believe me, I get it, because I was a kid that was like in elementary school and high school and fucking every school, they fucking try to scare the shit out of kids that it's like, oh, weed is a gateway drug. And lo and behold, you know, I didn't start doing weed until
what should I do for the rest of my life now that I'm out of school?
Now I'm out of school? Depends on what you want to do. Like, what kind of job do you want in the future? Do you want, like, do you want, like, well, actually, you know what? Learn a real life skill. How about that? Learn a real life skill. I know this sounds crazy, but now that you're out of school, learn a, like, actual real life skill. Like, learn how to fix cars, fix tiles, learn how to, like, I don't know, maybe try to figure out, like, some plumbing shit. Electrician.
I think it has its pros and cons, but I fully support not using it for recreational purposes. I don't think anyone is bad for using it, but I also think it's a bad idea to rely on it.
Well, yeah, nobody relies on it. You just use it for stress, right? You know, like I said, stress fucking sucks. There are stressful things. If you work in, like, a fast food restaurant, like how I did for the longest time, weed is probably one of the things you can definitely use to de-stress yourself, because it is absolutely awful to work in customer service like that. That's the difference, right? It is meant for the working class that live a fucking stressful life. That's who it's meant for, you know. Is it the greatest thing? Not really, but again, it helps you. It helps you not fucking get, like, suicidal and shit. I don't know how to explain it, but it really does.
But methamphetamine, I prob misspelled the hell out of it, is legal even though being somewhat related to methamphetamine.
What? No, it's not.
You know how I said I get paid to go to college?
It's never not related to methamphetamine. I don't know what the fuck. Methamphetamine is way worse. No, I said I get paid to go to college. Then go to college. Yeah, I mean, that's a different thing, right?
Also named Concerta.
Concerta? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Methamphetamine is completely different. Weed really ain't that bad. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just not bad.
It's an ADHD drug.
It's an ADHD drug? Yeah, that makes sense.
But needing to be in a different state of mind to be calm doesn't sound quite right to me.
Needing to be in a different state of mind to be calm? You have to recognize... Here's the thing. I know you're not an adult yet, but when you're an adult, life is fucking trying to stress you out 24 fucking 7.
They get fined in England if they miss school.
You do need something. You do need something to calm you down on occasion. Some things are people are different than others, right? But weed is one of those things that some people do. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but I am saying that it is a thing that people do, and really it is normal to do shit like that, right? It is normal if somebody needs to smoke weed just to calm down.
ADHD drugs don't do shit.
What are you talking about? I didn't say they don't do shit. No, I said Concerta is an ADHD drug, and I said, yeah.
I think it's like 70 pounds a day. I agree, but if that thing becomes weed, then what if I become addicted and every time I feel stressed, I feel the need to smoke?
It doesn't really happen that often, but if you do, then you just become a jackass. You know? I don't know how to explain it, you know? It's like, it's not really a thing. Like, people can get addicted to anything. Why are you addicted to ice cream? Why are you addicted to cookies? Why are you addicted to chips, you know? Why are you addicted to fucking burritos, right? It's just like any other addiction, right? Why are you addicted to the internet, right? Why not go read a book instead of watching YouTube videos, right? Like, it's just like any other addiction. You gotta get over it, right? You gotta deal with it. Not deal with it, you gotta make it better, right? That's the thing is, if you get addicted to it, you gotta solve it, right?
Concerta and methamphetamine, meth, are not the same drug, but they are related in that they are both powerful central nervous system, CNS, stimulants.
Yes, but it's not meth. Weed isn't meth. Weed doesn't do that much to you.
YouTube is free, books aren't.
YouTube is free, books aren't? What are you talking about? There's plenty of people that write stories on the internet. Not obviously, like, there's not just, you know that webcomics exist, right?
Approximately 10% of all cannabis users are addicted.
10% of all that's so low. And also, that sounds wrong. Hold on, let me see.
No.
That just sounds wrong. That doesn't sound correct. Hold on, I need to start fact-checking your information here, because this just doesn't sound right. Also, 10% is such a low amount of people. That's less than school shootings.
Internet Archive.
Hold on. Oops. There we go. Hold on.
I got it from a Yale website. Free books.
Yeah, well, it's a school, that's why. To us. Let's see here. In the US specifically. What the hell? It's only 6%. What the fuck are you talking about? And that's with teens and adults. Yeah, no. Let me see. You probably mean worldwide. Let's see. It's only 6%. Hold on. Congrats, you summoned Mike Tyson. You also have to remember, too, that's also with people that mix shit with weed, like wax and shit, and that's not weed. That's, like, actually, like, that's a bunch of drugs mixed together. There's pure weed, and then there's like wax and shit. Now, that shit is bad for you. That's actually shit that you shouldn't be smoking. That shit you shouldn't even be, like, that stuff you shouldn't be putting in edibles or anything, right? Like, there's a difference between actual weed and, like, the type of shit that people talk about. The statistics they're using are people that mix shit with weed that to boost their numbers. That's the difference, right? And that's the thing, is it's not going to be an accurate number because of that. It's just, they like to make weed look worse because it just pushes what they want.
Where are you getting your info? I can only find 10%.
I'm finding it from the same place you did. But I got it from Yale. Yeah, I got it from Yale Medicine. Also the National Institute on Drug Abuse, apparently, and marijuana statistics, and 59 marijuana addiction. Jesus Christ, I'm special. It's pulling a lot of things together. Canada is saying that it's 9%. It's interesting. I think worldwide it's 10%, but US-wide is only 6%. I don't know.
Yeah, it says 10%.
Yeah. I don't know. The one I read was 6%, so I don't know. Hold on. Let me go to my sources again. Yeah, yalemedicine.org. This is where I'm getting it from. Oh wait, hold on. This one's saying 10%. Okay, hold on. You have to also remember, too, though. Again, like I said, it's mixed with other drugs. That's the problem. They're not doing a direct thing where it's pure marijuana. It's very, very different. It's a very different type of thing, and this is the problem. They're not talking about pure marijuana here. They're talking about like all the shit that people mix with it, which again isn't accurate, right? I mean, you know, in Nigeria, right? This is also worldwide too. This one's saying 1 in 10 too, right? Again, like, you know. And look, this one's like 12%. So it's like, it's all over the place, man. That's the difference. So you can't really figure out exactly what is right and what is wrong here. I'm big! Yeah.
There was a tunnel.
Welcome back, Chicken Curry. How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Again, that shouldn't scare you. Like, I'm sorry, this kind of shit shouldn't scare you. As long as you don't mix it with anything, it's completely okay. Like I said, I mean, like, even the cancer thing, let me see. Hold on. Does marijuana cause cancer? Let's see. Does it cause cancer?
Recent research estimated that approximately 3 in 10 people who use cannabis have cannabis use disorder.
Yeah, but again, that's with people that mix shit together.
Long-term, more frequent cannabis use has been linked to increased risk of psychosis or schizophrenia in some users.
Yes, but here's the problem. Again, like I said, they mix that shit together. They don't have accurate data. That's the difference. Like, that's the problem. That's what they're using. They're using people that mix shit together, which again, that's not actually smoking weed. That's smoking more than just weed. They get addicted because of other drugs. That's the difference. That's the issue. That's the problem. Like, that's the reason why it is different, right? Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like, it doesn't have, and here we go, look. While some studies have found no strong correlation between long-term or heavy marijuana use and increased risk of lung cancer, others suggest a potential, very heavy word here, potential link, and it hasn't been studied since 2013, you know. Like, it's just, it really doesn't matter that much, like I said. It's just, you're, like, really pissing me off with this, man. Right, so then how am I supposed to get weed that isn't laced with something else then? Dispensary. It's called a dispensary. Dispensaries don't do that shit. People lace it with their own shit by themselves. That's the difference, right? This combo is now weed meth statistics. Exactly. That's the problem, man. Like, you won't get addicted if you're not that type of person. There's some people that their whole personality is a weed, right? But like, spend a shit ton of money on it? What do you mean a shit ton of money on it? It's like $30. Yes, it's a lot, don't get me wrong. But again, like, nobody smokes weed that much. And if you do, you're crazy. I don't know how to explain it to you, man. Like, it really isn't that hard. Like, if you're stressed and, like, one of the options is to smoke weed, like I said, you don't have to do it. But I'm not forcing you to smoke weed. Like, the problem, I hate all these statistic bullshit because it makes no sense. It's either you get laced or buy a pen for like $30. Yeah, exactly. It's not a pen. It's not a pen. It's pure weed. It's a plant. It's a fucking plant that you buy. Like, it's literally already pre-made for you. It is healthier. It is, like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's nothing bad. It's a fucking plant. Like, it's really not that bad for you. There's literally gummies that you can buy for like $5. It's really not that crazy. All right, hold on. Sensory. Hold on. I need to freaking put in my own fucking. I need to put in my own fucking state because clearly. Healthier than what? Healthier than alcohol. That's what it is, man. Like I said, like it's a drug either way. I'm not saying that it's good for you. I'm not saying that it's good for you. I'm just saying that it is something that helps you. If you don't want to do drugs, then don't do drugs. If you don't want to do alcohol, then don't do alcohol. But it's easier said than done. Exactly, you don't have to do either. That's the thing is, though, it's easier said than done. It really does depend on who you are, right? I'm not forcing you to do that. That's the issue. Like, good Christ. Oh my god, man. Oh my god, this one has a lot of THC in it. There's also sativa and indica, too, so you also have to be careful. Right? Oh my god, 1,000 milligrams? Holy shit, that's a lot of weed. Oh my god, you can buy 1,000 milligrams for $60. Now that is a lot of weed. Usually you only have about 5 milligrams. So there's also that as well. This has a shitload of weed in it too. So again, you have one, not even one, have half of one, have a third of one. Because this has a lot already. This has a lot of fruit chews in it. So again, 100 milligrams is $11. And you're not going to have 100 milligrams of weed. God, I hope you don't, you know. It's $10. It's not that much. So, and this is indica. This is really nice shit. Yeah, I know I'm just saying I don't think it's good for you. It's not supposed to be. It's a drug. No shit. Fucking donuts aren't good for you. I'm sorry to say it, donuts aren't good for you. But you eat them. Ice cream isn't good for you, but you eat it. Red 40 ain't good for you, but you eat it. Pizza ain't good for you, but you eat it. That's the same argument you're putting here. That shit ain't good for you, but you take it anyway because it makes you feel good. It's the same thing with weed. It's not good for you, but you do it because it makes you feel relaxed. Or more hyper, depending on what you get. Indica makes you chiller, sativa makes you more hyper. That's how it goes. Yeah. You may not get it now, but you'll get it when you're an adult. I'll say that. Like I said, it's just not a thing that you understand when you're young, when you're a minor. It's not, you know. Most don't understand that kind of shit when they're a minor. So, but believe me, you'll get it when you're an adult. You know, or not. Or maybe you may be one of those people that just judge people, but I don't know. You know. Media and TV made it a massive deal. Yeah, because it is. Because you shouldn't be. The reason why everybody made it a huge deal in the first place, why they made it a massive deal in the first place, is because people not being arrested for having a little bit of weed should not be a thing, right? You shouldn't have 10 years in jail for smoking weed. It's not that bad. Yeah, but donuts don't alter my brain for a long time. Yes, they do. Yes, it does. It literally damages your brain. It damages your brain. It damages your organs. It damages your fucking ass. I have GERD because of that shit. Don't fucking try me. Bad food fucks you up. Don't try me with that shit. Yes, it does. Yes, it fucking does. It gives you crazy fucking heartburn because of that shit. It gives you hemorrhoids because you eat bad food. Yes, it does. It makes my fucking cystic fibrosis worse because it's bad food. It's not good for you. It fucks you up just like anything else. It's poison. That is what processed food is. It's flat out poison. That's the difference, right? Like, good lord. I agree, no one should go to jail for smoking. Exactly. Sugar is a drug. Exactly. We know a lot about the heart and the way fat is stored. We hardly know shit about the brain. Exactly my fucking point. And we don't know what kind of food fucks up your brain. You really think microplastics in the fucking food, the microplastics in the food is in your fucking balls. Like, don't tell me that the food is good for you. It's not. Good lord. Christ. Processed food is just as bad. It's also poison. Like, bad stuff is bad for you. Good stuff is good for you, right? Fruits, veggies, and fucking, like, fruits and veggies, and even sometimes chicken, like proteins, right? Those are good for you. Everything else you shouldn't be eating. But you do. Because you like it. Because it tastes good, right? And it fucks with your brain. It does. Sugar fucks with your brain. Cereals fuck with your brain. You know, microplastics fuck with your body. That's the difference. You know, that's the thing. It fucks with your body, no matter what, right? Like, that's the thing. It's literally poison. You want to pretend that it's not, then go for it. Be ignorant. But everything fucks with you. Like, that's the problem. You want to try to criminalize it like it is something different. It isn't. It is just like every other poisonous thing we eat. It's just like every other thing that we eat. Veggies have pesticides. Exactly. Everything, like, shit is bad for you. Overly processed shit is bad for you. We got told not to stab each other in class every day. Yeah, it's not, but I know what a donut does to me long term and stuff. But what? I know what long term does to me and stuff, but we don't know enough about the brain, and we also don't know enough about. We do know enough about weed. We have literally thousands and thousands of years. It's been here since BCE times. Yes, we do. We know everything about weed. We know everything about weed. We don't know everything about vaping because vaping is new, right? It's a new thing, right? But we know everything about weed because it's a fucking plant, because we have the technology for it. We know what weed has in it. We've known everything about weed since the fucking beginning. Weed has been a thing that's existed for thousands of years. And we've been studying it since the fucking 50s. They know well aware what's in weed. We are well aware what's in weed. We know everything that's in weed because it's a fucking plant. We know what it does to us. That's the difference. O-W-O. Pounces on you. Shayivity. Thank you, Shayivity. Welcome. You are now a part of the Cloud Empire. You are now stuck here forever. Congrats. You will now have to be a part of our cloud. I will let the council know that you are now a Cloud Empire citizen. Let's see. Hold on. I think instead we should focus more on preventing such a stressful society where people feel the need that they need to smoke. I 1000% agree. I'm not saying that I think we should have good infrastructure. We should have good fucking transportation. We should have good fucking good everything, right? We should have a good economy. We are the richest country in the world. There is no excuse that we should not have a good economy. I completely fucking agree with you, because no one would need to do drugs or alcohol if the economy was good. If the country that we live in was not as stressful as it is, then no one, and I mean no one, would have to do that shit. That's the difference. I 1000% agree with you. But for now, We live in such a fucking stressful world where just a little bit of weed is not going to do that much to you, right? It is it is worth the risk. That's the difference. It is worth the risk just to fuck yourself up because because the future fucking sucks right now. That's the difference, right? Because you can't do that shit instantly. But I 1000% agree with you. But that's the problem. That is not reality right now, right? Good healthcare? Exactly. Having good anything is important. Having good economy, having good healthcare, having good infrastructure, having good public transportation, all that shit, right? It's like, if that shit existed, nobody would need to smoke weed, right? Nobody would need to do drugs. Nobody would need to drink alcohol. But guess what? People do that shit because it sucks being alive right now. It does. It fucking sucks being an adult right now. That's why it exists. That's why people do it. That's why I did it. That's why I still do it. Sometimes. I don't really do it that often. But again, I don't really do it very much anymore. But, you know, it's meant for the shitty society we live in. Nobody would have to do any of that shit if that shit existed, right? That's the difference. Does it suck? Sure. But again, at the same time, like, for now, that's what we have. People are completely for the fact... People were against weed before because the economy was fine. The economy was working well. Boomers were so far against it because their economy was okay. They got everything they wanted. But guess what? We don't have that. So we don't get that treatment. So of course, weed is just a thing that we're all for right now because of the fact that people are stressed as fuck right now. And it sucks ass that we all have to, like... It sucks absolute ass, like donkey dick, that we have to go to shit like that, you know? But again, like I said, it's better just to disconnect yourself from reality for now. It's the reason why people have insane kinks, you know? It's the reason why why sex is such a fucking, why kinks are such a big thing right now, you know? It's the reason why people are so into crazy-ass kinks and crazy-ass sexual shit. Because people wouldn't have to do that shit if life wasn't so stressful, right? You can hit me with a horny bat, I don't care. Like, it's true, you know? The reason why people are so into that shit is because life sucks right now. You know? You know, the world is awful. The world is mean. It's terrible to us. We all have our ways of coping. Exactly. Yeah, I just, you know, just right now, I'm just a little, I don't know. I am a little annoyed that some people are so ignorant to the fact of, like, that people wouldn't have to do this shit. Like, people wouldn't drink alcohol and do any crazy drugs if the world didn't suck as much as it did, right? Not even the world, just the US, right? I don't know, I can't say for the rest of the world, but the country right now sucks dick. It sucks. It's awful. It's the worst. It doesn't need to exist. Like, this shit shouldn't be a thing, but it does. Because people just suck right now. Life just sucks right now, you know? Boy, babe. I don't know, man. Okay. Jesus. Fuck, I only have 30 minutes left. Damn. We're supposed to watch a movie today, but I guess we're not watching a movie today. Oy vey.
Excuse me.
Yes, that. Alright. Oh my god. Shoot, sorry. Alright, hold on. Let me, Alright, let me put on some music real quick. What the fuck? Okay. What the hell? Who is this guy?
Hey, yo.
Oh god, reaction channel. Cool, great. Love that shit. Not. Gay. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. Alright. Put on some music real quick. Grab the playlist of this. Nope, not that. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, that's not it. Playlist. God. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Alright, come on, dude. There was a playlist I had before. Where did that one go? There it is. Okay. Was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. Anyway. Let's throw this shit on in the background real quick. It started in the middle of the playlist. There we go. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it's wild. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna have to go to the YouTube videos today, because I'm like, the regular playlist we had. Hold on. It was, hold on. You can see where we are on here. I think we already watched this one. Did we watch Bodies of Water? I don't remember. I don't think we did. Hold on. Yeah, we didn't watch Bodies of Water. Okay, hold on. Put this one out real quick then. Hold on. Gotta stop bringing up debate topics. I can never articulate myself correctly enough. Or, wait, sorry, myself correctly or enough, and I took debate class, and I can't help but notice anything that doesn't exactly track, but I don't have enough time to bring up. Well, here's the problem is, not everything is based in, like, is like one thing or another, right? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there are some things that have many factors to it, right? And I just don't think that, like, it's gonna teach you anything about society if society, like, you know, like, it's not gonna teach you anything about society right now because it is very controversial to do anything with society at the moment. I don't think school is gonna teach you
I have
anything.
splitting problems, though.
Splitting problems? It's fine. Like I said, there's also personal problems as well, right? Like, that's a thing. I don't know. Like I said, it's not like your points don't have some kind of merit to them, but that doesn't mean that like something shouldn't exist, right? You have your reasons, and I can respect that, but at the same time, it's like I also want to be respected as well. That's the difference, right? I want to be respected as well. The problem is when you debate something, you need to respect other people. Why did this do this? Hold on. Why is this on the whole screen? What the hell is going on? Okay. Yeah, this is also in a different aspect ratio. What the hell? It's weird. Whoa. This is cool. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but like it's just when you debate people, the one thing they don't teach you is respect, right? Even if you disagree on something, which we did there, right? Like, it's always important to respect people for what they do, right? No matter what the conclusion, you always got to respect the other party, right? And I don't know how to explain it, but like, that's why, like I said, I wasn't attacking you, the person. I was just, like I said, I was just bringing up my own opinion, you know? I was bringing up something that, like, you know, using things that I was using facts that existed in reality. You know, my own personal experiences. And that's the thing.
I respect your opinion. I think you have your reasons. I just don't agree with the ways you bring them up. But I don't want to just point those out. That's dishonest and I feel like I'm avoiding the topic.
Well, yeah, it's also you don't have the same experience as I do. And that's the thing is, I just don't want people pretending like they've had the experiences I did, right? I don't mean to be that person, but you clearly haven't worked a fast food job in your life yet. And if you have, good for you. Not everybody has made it through like you have, but like, it's very clear to me that you haven't worked like this shitty fast food minimum wage job. Like during a time, keep in mind, I worked during a time of an employee crisis. So this is only a very specific time period, right? I would be surprised if you didn't smoke weed during the time that I worked in fast food, right? It still sucks now, don't get me wrong. But it was a lot harder. Everything was way more understaffed back then than it is now, right? I think it still is, but don't get me wrong. Like, things just were worse. And I don't know how to explain it. Things were just awful, you know? It's like every place you worked at was always understaffed. Don't get me wrong, you got overtime all the time, and you always had a job, but by a certain point, you were just a little annoyed because you didn't have a life because of that shit. And it sucked ass. Now, people at least feel like they have lives, now even with their minimum wage job, right? Like, not as much, but at the very least, it still feels like it, you know? It feels like you still have a little bit more life than what you did before, you know? But some people don't, because now we're stuck with the part-time era, right? Where now multiple people have to be in a smaller place in order to pay rent, which honestly is a little bit more ideal than working two separate fucking jobs and having to pay a shitload of rent, right? It's not everybody has that opportunity. And I completely can understand what people feel like for that, right? Let's see, but I don't want to just point those out. That's dishonest, and I'm feeling like I'm avoiding the topic.
And instead of like doing something about it, like maybe adding more ways for employees to complain about customers and managers instead of just making weed legal.
But that's the problem, though. I'm going to tell you why that's not going to happen. Corporations. We have to fight against the corporations, and corporations will gladly kill people. That's the difference. They don't treat employees with respect. That's the difference. You can try to strike, but union busting is always a thing where they immediately fire people, and then people don't have a job again, you know? Because union busting is very real and completely legal. And it shouldn't be.
We have to kill corporations.
Yes, exactly. But that's easier said than done. So, while we're doing that and trying to damage their wallet, we also have to do the thing where it's like, you know, we also, again, smoking weed is probably one of those things to de-stress. Like I said.
Oh yeah, but I split people, topics, morals, literally everything. I've almost destroyed many relationships over it, lol.
And that's the thing is, that's what you shouldn't do. You still have to respect people's opinions. Like I said, don't just defriend somebody just because they have a different opinion, right? I'm still trying to pull a friend that I used to, like a friend that I have that is chronically fucking online, and he is deep into MAGA bullshit right now. It is really hard to pull him out of MAGA bullshit. He does not think that MAGA is a fucking cult, and it is insanity. But I am trying to do my best to tell him why, like, here's the problem. He will be out of that MAGA. I don't know if he'll be fully out of MAGA shit, but he'll at least be less chronically online if I show him the dangers of content creators, because I am one of those. I've been working with that shit for 17 years. And I'm trying to let him know how dangerous these fuckers are and how much they intentionally make you chronically on the internet. It's awful. It's absolutely terrible how much they do this shit to you.
Yeah, but I can't. I have no idea how to control it. People can't be perfect, but I literally cannot see it that way.
And that's the thing is, they don't have to be. Nobody has to be. Here's the problem. If a debate goes too far, there's a word called agree to disagree. People don't know how to do that shit anymore, which fucking sucks, right? But here's the thing. Just let people know, and yes, I'm aware that I said it, just let people know that it's like to give you respect, and I will give you respect if you give me respect, right? Give people respect. That is the thing. That is how you make friends. That is how you keep friends. That is how you keep any relationship, right? Like, you can keep your day, like, you can keep people out of that chronically onlineness, right? And it is very, very, very hard for these people to do it, you know. But it is possible. It's 1000% possible. It's hard, but you can do it. It's like, believe me, like I said, like, also come to a middle ground, right? That's the thing is,
I try to do that, usually by just stopping. It's far better for the random online guy to think they won rather than me stress about the fact they think murder is okay or whatever.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is, that's online.
Wait, this is under the assumption you know what splitting is.
Online people are also not your friends. I hate to say it. Anybody that you debate with online...
What's up, Pookie?
Hi, Thick Waffle. How you doing? How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. How do you say it? Sorry, I'm in like a huge thing right now. Here's the thing. You want people to, how do I say this? God damn it, I lost what I was gonna say. Not people respect you. Fuck is the word I'm looking for. Middle ground. Here's the thing. You want to try to reach a middle ground. Because here's the thing. What you can do, and yes, I know I said it again. It's the, hold on, sorry. Need to update it. What you can do is you can always come to a middle ground, right? We all agree that politicians suck, right? We all agree pedophilia sucks ass, right? Like, we all agree that nobody agrees on that shit. That is something that you can probably bring up because clearly there's always a middle ground, right? You know, there's always a middle ground you could reach where people, like, where that is the end result sometimes, right? Because to be honest, it's like, whether you're right-wing or left-wing, everybody can agree that politicians suck and are clearly, like, manipulating you.
Do you know
right?
what splitting is?
Yeah, not necessarily, no. But I know what reaching a middle ground is. I know what fence sitting is. And that's usually what I do most of the time. So, I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, it being to the level where you are, how do I say this? Being to the level where you, like, everybody can understand that, like, we can all at least agree politicians suck, right? Now, whether people have differing opinions on politicians, we can completely agree that they all suck, right? They're all the worst, no matter whether you're right wing or left wing. Everybody can agree on that shit. Whether, like, you know, we can at least agree on that aspect. Meaning that what we can at least understand is the simple fact that whether what they're doing or not is fucking annoying. No matter what it is, right? And maybe, sometimes, the answer isn't the fact of whether what politician is doing right or wrong. It's whether the fact that you are being manipulated what your side is doing yourself, right? Sometimes...
You're broken, my friend, and I send in our sonnets?
You have to put it in the Discord. I can send the Discord. Hold on. It's like a little YCH thing, so just fair warning.
Link. Oh yeah, splitting is where you have difficulty seeing things in gray. Things are very black and white. People tend to seem either good or bad. On anything that has ever existed, I either hate it, love it, or have absolutely no opinion on it.
Yeah, but everybody's like that, right? They start like that, but that's what a debate is, right? That's why you have a conversation with another person and go, yes, this is definitely something I can agree with, right? Like I said, there's always something you can get that you can reach a middle ground of, right? Because there's always something that someone will be feel the middle on, right? You know, like it's very obvious, right? That you know, there's things that most of my friends, right? Like, we're still a part of the LGBTQ plus community, so technically we don't have anything to say about that, right? But there is other things we do have to say about that. Like I said, there's some people that absolutely, there's some people that absolutely, have a huge thing for our current president, right? They love our current president. So what I usually do is I don't talk about a president, I talk about the other people that are in his thing, right? That those people are clearly selling out.
Where we do it.
You gotta get the add rolls. So add a roll, get the water droplet roll, and then put it in the color draw dis hashtag. Yeah, essentially, you know, a lot of times, a lot of people, there are some people I know that really love our president, right? That absolutely fucking still love the hell out of our president. So what I do instead is instead of talking about him, because everybody loves him, I talk about the fact that I talk about the billionaires, right? I talk about the shitty people. The people that clearly nobody likes, right? There's still some people that fucking vouch for these fuckers, which is absolutely insane. But, I bring this scenario here where I'm like, yes, I don't care what our president is doing because he's clearly not the guy doing this shit.
I'll have a friend who will say something maybe a little mean, and because perfect good people don't do that, I start to think, maybe they're a bad person, and ultimately, I begin to hate them and start pushing them away. Usually, it recovers, but then I just go back to thinking they're perfect again.
Well, here's the problem, though. What you need to do is, you can't just be insulting people either, right? And that's what you need to bring up. Bring up the fact that's hey, don't insult me, right? That's not respectful. I will respect you if you respect me. That sounds crazy, but it's you know, some people will learn, right? They'll learn that, right? It's you know, just bring up the scenario. It's hey, this is not a personal thing. This is just us talking about a topic, right? Because it's not a personal thing. It's does it affect you personally? Sure, probably. But again, that's also why self-control is important, right? You know, it's you just tell them, it's hey, let's not personally attack each other here, because it's we are hurting each other. Let's not do that, all right? You know, simple as that, right? Don't personally attack a person, right? You know, you can always go after topics, but do not go after the person you are talking to, because people won't understand that, right? You can't call somebody a douche, and then you can't be like, oh yeah, you fucking scumbag, this is how it is. They won't talk to you then, because you just called them a scumbag. That's not cool, right? It's oh, you fucking idiot. No, you don't call people that, right? You dial it back. You can call the people that they're talking about idiots, but do not call the person you are talking to an idiot. Do not call the person you
I
are.
tried that. I used to think, oh, that person probably sucks, and then I started thinking, no, they're a person and they probably aren't bad and are actually probably good, and then suddenly I think they're a good person and I always feel betrayed when they do something that feels different than that.
But that's the thing, though. Like I said, tell them. Like I said, establish a line of respect, right? That's it, right? Establish a line of respect. That's all you gotta do. Sounds crazy, but you can do it, right? It's like establish a line of respect. It's like, you know, if a person gets too out of hand, just tell them, hey, you know, let's not insult each other here. Because this is not about us either way, right? It's like you can bring it up where it's like, this is just a conversation. Let's not stray this towards being like a dipshit, right? Let's not stray that. It's like, we're not politicians. We don't have to act like dipshits to each other, you know, because we're not. We ain't. We're people. We're citizens. Very, very different, right? We treat each other like people, right? Doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, right? Treat the other person like a person, right? Like, I really don't have I'm not a huge fan of Mormons, but I would still give myself respect to a fucking Mormon if I'm like, you know, I would still give my respect to Mormons like they're a person, you know, as long as they respect me, right? You know, I don't hate on their religion or anything. I just don't like the fucking people that
It's less of an insult thing and more of a growing cold thing.
Yeah.
I'll just be more quiet around them and probably stop talking as much.
Well, here's the thing is, I don't like people that manipulate people like that, right? And that's the thing is, I call out those people instead, right? You don't attack the person you're talking to. You attack the people that are manipulating them, right? You know, it's very simple. You go after...
Hey, have you seen the Mormon music?
Mormon music? Probably. I'm not sure.
Musical.
Mormon musical? Oh, are you talking about the Book of Mormon? Yeah, it's fine. It's not really anything that I really paid attention to too much, but apparently has a lot more definition to it, so. I know about the Book of Mormon. I never really... Excuse me. I went to it with a friend at one point. It wasn't even Mormon, but, you know. I don't know. Talk about that one, then probably.
Matt and Trey Parker's Mormon musical.
Oh, God. Oh, God, not those two. Yeah, dude, they are weirdly obsessed with... It's so weird because those guys, they're so middle of the ground, but it is so fucking weird when it comes to Mormons and when it comes to trans people. They're so anti-trans and so pro-Mormon. I don't know why. It's so fucking weird. It's such a weird ass thing, especially for people like them. I don't get it. Like, they're so fucking weird. They're weird. They're weird dudes. Like, I don't get it. You know, everybody has their thing, but God, dude, they're weird. They're so weird. Yeah, they're fucking weirdos. I don't want to, like, you know, not to be that person, but they are weirdos. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know them in real life, right? You know. Yeah, I don't know. But that's the thing, is you gotta take the good with the bad. That's the difference with South Park. That's the difference with Matt and Trey, right? You gotta take the good with the bad. If you don't take the bad, then you won't take the good, right? You know. They have a weird thing. I don't agree with some of the things they say. But again, that's why they're very middle ground, right? You know, they're still people in the end. They still talk like people. They have a lot of opinions that I agree with.
I'm not trying to be like that, but it's a psychological thing.
It's a psychological thing. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It really, really is. But that's why you gotta catch yourself sometimes. It's not easy, and you'll do it sometimes. But again, it's like you keep practicing, and you'll get better with it, right? Simple as that. Sounds crazy, but you do. You keep practicing, and you'll get way, way better with being like, you keep practicing and you'll get way, way better at what respect is, right?
They like to make a lot of Orange Man jokes.
Orange Man jokes? Yeah, well, not even.
Sometimes. It's all the time.
Sometimes? It's all the time? What are you talking about? What, Pasenki? Or Pasenki, what, South Park? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think people understand where this whole thing is coming from, because it's just the plot of like, so they brought the Canadian, like they originally made our president a Canadian guy to talk about the border issues in like 2016. And that was like the thing they were talking about for a while. And so they made him a Canadian man, right? And basically they brought him to the United States, and that's just continuing the lore of the Canadian villain, right? It's not technically our president. It's just the Canadian antagonist from the previous like story, right? From that story, because he came back, right? That's who it is. That's all it is, right? It's like, and the jokes are mainly trying to progress the story of the Canadian villain. That's it, right? He's not necessarily like, because in the story, he's Canadian, right? Like in the story, he's Canadian and he's running the U.S. and he was an antagonist, right? So it's like they're just kind of bringing some real life scenarios, but nothing crazy, right? I don't know how to explain it other than just he's a Canadian. Like that is the plot to this. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, it's really, really weird. But yes, that is the plot. That is the actual plot. It's like, if you want to actually know like what's going on, that's the plot of it. The 2016 one. It literally has nothing to do with our leader, but obviously they're using some of the obvious jokes because it's funny. You know. Again, very like I said, it is very funny that they bring up the thing where Fox News is literally always constantly talks about his goddamn body. Like they're weirdly horny for his body. I have no fucking idea why they're so fucking horny for his body. It is fucking weird. It is so weird that they are like, it is so weird that they are horny for his body. I don't know. It's like, that's the weird shit, right? And then the whole fucking Satan thing, like, it's just, that's also, again, like, another fucking plot point from a previous, like,
everything
season.
that I could have an opinion on. It's either a good opinion or bad opinion. That's what splitting is. People, places, topics, everything. And sometimes even when something that doesn't feel bad, like someone asking me how I'm doing every day, can make me despise them and see them as a bad person, but there is no possible way for them to have known that. I have boundaries, but I cannot follow them.
Hold on. Everything that I could have an opinion on, it's either a good opinion or a bad opinion. It's what splitting is. People, places, topics, everything, and sometimes even with something that doesn't feel bad, like someone asking me how I'm doing every day, can make me despise them and see them as a bad person. Yeah, but that's the problem. You shouldn't do that, right? There are people that are assholes, right? The only people you should hate are Nazis and Confederates, right? Those are the people you should not like, right? Because they are an American, right? If you are American, Nazis and Confederates are the two people you should really not, like, give any leg room. Because they're awful people, right? Those are the only type of people.
Yeah, that is the problem, and I shouldn't do that, LMAO.
Yeah, that's the thing is, everybody else usually can be talked to. But Nazis and Confederates? No, they can't, right? Extremists? You can't talk to extremists. That's why they're extremists, right? You know, but brainwashed extremists, you could totally talk to them. You talk to brainwashed people very easily. But again, extremists, no. You don't want to talk to those people because they're awful. You know, both right-wing and left-wing extremists, they're not people you should be even being near in the first place, because they clearly
religious extremists,
just any extremist, doesn't matter what you are,
Bible bashers,
anybody, any extremist, no matter what you're in, right? Any extremist of anything, right wing, left wing, Democrat, Republican, like, you know, fucking, you know, what's another one? Communist, capitalist, fucking whatever the fuck, right? If you are extreme on one side, you, like, do not be friends with that person.
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow because obviously my brain is fucked up and we'll see what he says about this.
That's fair. But, like, you know, extremism is a bad thing. Nobody should go to the extreme, no matter what it is, right? Everything has their extreme. You should not fall into that category, right? Nobody should fall into that category. That is what gets people killed. Extremists kill other extremists, and it's pretty bad. And unfortunately, other people that aren't get caught in the crossfire. And it sucks. Like, a lot. It sucks a lot of balls. Shouldn't exist. People don't think that, but it's true, right? It's like they do a lot of horrible things to a lot of people, and they brainwash a lot of people into thinking that they're right 24/7. That is completely wrong. Nobody is correct 24/7. Doesn't matter what you say, you are never correct every chance you get, right? Every single moment that you talk is not always going to be correct. There's going to be moments where you're wrong, and there's going to be moments where you're right. You know. But there are some moments where you are going to be in between, right? It's like, that's a conversation. You can't have a conversation on the internet. I hate to say it, but you can't. Most people can't, you know. Like, I mean, like, you just can't. You can't have a conversation online. It's really, really hard to, right? I know that's irony, considering the fact that I'm doing that with you guys, but again, I'm a small creator. I don't have anything that's like, that's really all that big either, so I can have a conversation, right?
No, that's the thing. There is no in between. It's black and white. I can't see it that way.
But that's the thing. Not everything is black and white. It's all in between. That's the irony. Everything's in between, right? You know, it doesn't matter what you say. It's all a gray area, whether you think so or not, right? You know, it's all in between. There's no black and white in a lot of things, right? I mean, there's some things that are black and white, right? There are some things, but not all things. You know, when people aren't empathetic.
Yeah, but I split things.
Yeah, split things like how, though? That's what I wonder. You know, just don't, that's your problem. Don't divide people.
I know there is gray, but I can't see IR.
But that's the issue. You can't. You totally can. That's the difference. There's always a gray area in a lot of places. Not everything, but there's some things, most things have a gray area, right? You know, you could always be there, right? You don't want to split people apart or divide people. You want to bring people together. Politicians divide people, right? Politicians hurt people. Politicians use people as meat shields, right? Content creators use people as meat shields to then profitize off of you, right? Those people split you apart just to profitize off of you later, right? Doesn't matter what side you're on. They use that shit to
splitting
profitize
psychology
off
and read the Wikipedia or some Reddit thing.
Psychology? Yeah, I know. Look, the problem is I don't need to like, you know, I don't need to look up anything to understand that politicians just split people up to then, like, profitize off of people, right? I know that's what's happening, and I've seen that's what's happening, and it's been proven that's what's happening, you know. It's like, these people don't understand that, right? That's the thing is, right?
Nope, not what that is.
Well, I'm not saying that's what that is. I'm talking about something else, right?
Splitting is the thing I'm trying to describe.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm talking about. I thought you meant, like, people dividing people.
But I don't know if you understand me.
I don't, because I'm not too entirely sure what you're aiming for here. Because you might be talking about something completely different. Let me see. Hold on. Splitting psychology. Let's see. Also, you misspelled psychology. Fair warning. Let's see here. Let's read the little Wikipedia on it. Let's find out.
I'm just trying to tell you that my brain is weird, lol.
Let's see. Splitting, also called binary thinking. Oh my god. Oh my god, hold on.
God damn it, I cannot spell LMAO.
Autonomous. Okay. So dichotomous thinking. Thomas. Okay, hold on. Dichotomous. Dichotomous. There we go. Okay. So, alright. So, splitting, also called binary thinking, dichotomous thinking, black and white thinking, all or nothing thinking, or thinking, hold on, or thinking in extremes. There we go. Boom, right there. Extreme. Right there. There's my point. Yeah.
Dichotomous.
There you go. Extremism. Don't fall into extremism. You're thinking in an extreme way. That's the issue. Don't fall into that. It's a bad, bad, bad thing to fall into. Do not fall into extremism. You know, I know it's hard. It really, really, really is hard. But you don't fall into that shit because it's awful, right? Is the failure of a person's thinking to bring together dichotomy of both perceived, okay, I've heard of dichotomy before, perceived positive and negative qualities.
I know that's the issue, LMAO.
Of something into a cohesive, realistic whole, or realistic.
That's why I'm going to a doctor tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's not. Is this an illness? Wait. Hold on. This is like a disability? Hold on. Is this a disability? It's disorder. Oh, really? It does fall in between this. Really? Oh my god, it is a disability. Wow, I did not know that. I wonder.
Yeah, it's something your brain does as a defense mechanism.
I wonder. This sounds crazy, but I wonder if Nux actually has this. Because Nux Taku, like, talks like this all the time. I wonder if he has this shit. Because it's like, this dude fucking, like, talks like this shit all the time. I wonder. I don't know, dude. He talks in a certain way where it does feel like this. That sounds so weird, right? But...
Oh, that makes so much more sense. I thought you were just telling me to get over my brain being weird.
No. I didn't know it was a disability. No, I didn't know it was a disability. That makes way more sense. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I wonder if Nux has this kind of thing, because that dude fucking, oh my god, that dude, I just want to fucking punch him in the goddamn face, dude. Like, good god, dude. Like, I mean, I want to body slam Nux Taku, bro. Like, honestly. Like, he's clearly trolling, but like...
Maybe I should have mentioned that, MB.
He's clearly trolling. You're good. He's clearly trolling, right? But like... What do you call it? He's clearly fucking trolling, but it is absolutely, like, to a toxic level. And god, I just want to take that guy and just fucking, like, body slam his ass into the fucking floor. Because holy shit, that guy just pisses me off. Like, it's the fact that he acts like such a fucking dweeb. Like, he acts like a fag. Like, I don't know how to say it, bro. He acts like such a fucking fag. It's insane, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, he acts like such a dipshit. And I hate him so much, you know. Don't get me wrong. Like, fucking, don't get me wrong. Like, I know
everyone can speak, but not everyone should.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, the dude's such a dipshit. I can't, bro. I don't know why, man. Like, I know I bring up fucking Zach and goddamn Nux Taku all the time. I don't know Nux Taku's real name, so pardon me if I don't remember his real name, but like, it's like, it's just like the funniest thing is like Asmongold clearly knows what he's doing, and by this point, it's very clear that he's not like, it's very clear that he's not being real. He acts like he acts like cocky all the time, and he has this huge ego, but I doubt he acts like that in real life. It's very clear that he doesn't. Nuxtaku, I don't think acts like that in real life, but Nuxtaku is way more damaging than Asmongold is. Asmongold just fucking like profits off of chumps. I don't know how to explain it. He just profits off of idiots. Like, he knows that his fan base is full of dumbasses. He knows his fan base is full of very, very, like, easy to manipulate people. And that's just fucked up. But at the same time, like, I feel like if I actually had a conversation with that dude, he probably would actually just be like, yeah, I don't really actually give a fuck, right? He probably wouldn't care that much. But it's like, but with Nux, it feels like he would intentionally just be a jackass. Like, Nux just feels brainwashed. Asmongold is just dumb. I don't know how to explain it. Asmongold is just a fucking... They're both idiots, right? But Nux is, like, stupid to another level. Like, he's one of those stupid idiots that, like, clearly hasn't gotten a fucking punch to the face yet. Like, at least Asmongold feels like he's at least... Like, he knows if he didn't live in Texas, like, someone would go out, like, would be hunting his ass down right now, right? Like, someone would clearly fucking hunt him down, like, because, I mean, he falls into a lot of dangerous categories. But again, like, you know, I think it's just, he knows that, and he's aware of it, and, like, but he's willing to take that risk. Nux just is a fucking jackass 24/7. And does not realize the huge danger he's always in, right? That's the difference, and I think it's just so fucking annoying. Like, it is. He's just annoying. Like, he's not funny. He's not charming. He doesn't have any redeemable qualities about himself, right? You know, like comparison, Asmongold at least gives a shit about charity, right? He at least cares about what he talks about, right? A little bit. I mean, he doesn't really care. He doesn't care about politics, right? But he's at least a person that, like, tries to get involved in, like, good things sometimes, right? He at least, like, understands what he's doing and, like, and at least wants to make, like, impacts to other things, right? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but he just wants to actually make impacts to what he's doing sometimes. You know? Like, if he's gonna have a huge rant about politics, he at least wants to put it towards, like, a charity or some shit, right? And that's completely redeemable, right? Like, he was a huge advocate of stop killing games. I think that's great, right? I think it's amazing that you know, he very much used his voice for something, for, like, stop killing games. For something he really wanted to be a part of, right? And I think that's great. I think that should be a continuous thing. Right? I think that was a good move. But again, you know, like I said, do I agree with all of his like, I agree with none of what he says most of the time. But at the very least, like I said, he at least has empathy sometimes. Not all the time, but I don't know. His girlfriend, on the other hand, I don't know, man. His girlfriend kind of just seems like she's just rage baiting for rage bait, right? I can't get a clear circumstance on his girlfriend, right? His girlfriend just kind of, like, just says a lot of dipshitty things, but, like, at the same time, like, I mean, you know, at the same time, she's also not being real about it at all. It's very clear that she's also rage baiting, like, and just doesn't care what happens off the internet. Her life clearly is like, yes, you know, my life isn't the fucking internet, so, you know, here's a bunch of rage bait. I'll just give a bunch of right-wing people what they want. Echo chambers, right? You know. Nux, on the other hand, he just... I don't know what the fuck he thinks. Like I said, just Nux is such a fucking idiot. I don't know how to explain it. He's so fucking dumb. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The level of stupid that he is baffling. It's baffling how stupid this guy... like, how baffling... Like, how dumb he is. I don't know, dude. There's a difference between an idiot and just like, and somebody pretending to be an idiot, right? I don't know. I mean, there's a difference. Sorry, there's a difference between like a big idiot, a regular idiot, and then there's just fucking Nux Taku, which is just like, I don't know. There's idiocy, and then there's just like, then there's like brainwash idiocy and fucking just like destructive idiocy, right? I think Asmongold is very destructive in what he says, but at the same time, like, it's just there's things that he does that, like, clearly, I don't know, man. Is he good? No, but like I said, there's things that are so consequential with what he says, but at the same time, like, I don't know. There's this middle thing, there's this thing I have about him that's like, okay, there's clearly something he cares about here, right? Like, it's clear that he doesn't give a shit about politics. You know, is he destructive about it? Sure, but again, it's kind of people's, it's kind of people's fault that they're being fooled by this idiot. I'm sorry, you know. It's like, I don't want to be that person, but I'm gonna be that person. Actually, you know what, I do want to be that person. Sometimes being that person is just necessary. I'm trying to get the hair to, like, trying to get the head to be on top of the hair. I'm getting rid of the hair again, because this is, like, really fucking annoying. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the guy, but he's a content creator. I don't like all content creators, so it's like, that's the thing, is I'm obviously extremely biased against the guy, but I don't like content creators anyway. So, I think the world could do without content creators, but,
Shit, when did 220 happen?
Good question. Yeah. I don't like all content creators anyway. That's just how it is. I've worked for these fuckers
I
for 17
should probably go to bed,
years.
LOL.
Okay, yeah, you have a good night. Yeah, I have a huge disdain for content creators, period, right? Like, I don't like all of them, Like I said, there's some that are good, most are fine, most are whatever, but, like, there's obviously the top-end people that usually just kind of suck. Alright, you have a good night, Sushi. Appreciate you hopping on by. Yeah, most of the people just kind of suck, right? Or not suck. Most of the people at the top suck, but the people later at the, like, lower than that usually are not that bad. Usually, I say. Some people just decide to go deep in the rabbit hole and be unhappy most of their life. And that's the thing is, man, true happiness is what really comes to be. And honestly, like, I don't know, I just think that, if you're happy in life, I just kind of don't see that as a bad thing. Just don't hurt other people, right? Just don't hurt other people. Simple as that. Don't hurt other people. Like, don't hurt people that don't deserve it, right? Like, people that are just average people, like, that usually don't go out of their way to hurt people. Only go after the people that hurt others, right? That's how I bring it up, right? Destroy the dipshits that actually actively hurt people, right? That's how you do it, right? But obviously people aren't gonna go after those people because those people are fucking crazy. They're absolutely insane psychopaths. So, it doesn't matter whether you're fucking what side of the spectrum you're on. It's like, those people, like, people are just fucking insane sometimes. So, So, yeah. Anyways, good night, y'all.